Welcome to the Dungeon House, where a bunch of regular people with regular jobs gather to play Dungeons and Dragons. We aren't professionals, so if you hear food ASMR or a baby in the back, just understand it's normal. This show is recommended for those 13 and up. The music you'll hear is brought to you by William Heaton and various other artists. We're glad that you're here to share in the fun and laughter, as well as the challenges along the way. So come on into our home, take a seat on the couch, and enjoy the Dungeon House.
I
Okay.
said, yeah.
Nice.
I said that's lame.
All right.
The Fortnite part. You should play Rocket League.
Where are we gonna put Joy? How are we gonna do this? I mean, we've put 3 people around here.
I'm sad, Kyle.
Why are you sad?
I lost $100 yesterday.
Well, why? Doing what?
I entered into a Rocket League tournament.
Oh my gosh. I'm done talking to you. Never again.
Lost. Took 6 though.
Okay. Not
Yeah.
bad.
I lost to a legit professional, so I can hold myself high with dignity.
That's good.
Lost to a guy named Lethamir.
It's kind of a cool name, Vladimir.
Lethamir? Yeah.
Whoa, Joy!
Whoa!
So, it's so good to see you in person.
Yeah, it's so good to be here in person. Brought brownies. I hope no one's allergic to walnuts. I
My
think
brother
so.
is, but he's
I'm allergic to no. You can pull out another folding chair, or you can scoot in on the couch. We usually fit 3 on the couch,
Cool.
3 or 4 on the couch. We can move those blankets. I can
Yeah.
also make it to our fake TV screen.
You might find some hidden things. Not saying anything, but I'm just stating that.
Hidden things?
I know how it goes.
Sneaky.
Sneaky haze hiding
Oh,
things.
the hide things.
No, just last time I found a couple of forks.
A couple of forks, not just one. That's bad. That's kind of impressive.
This is live.
Oh, welcome everyone. We are honored by
We can
Very
start.
wonderful.
Tori's just a baby, so. Yeah, I don't know where that went, Chase. It's like,
Should we fight an ice devil tonight?
do they have those here
What level
in,
is it?
It's challenge rating 14. I
That
feel like we got it. Right?
means nothing to me.
What's the highest level we've fought thus far? Or challenge rating we've fought?
But how are you?
Hey, the move has been a lot.
Yeah,
Part of the reason I was late is I had to dig out my D&D stuff.
that's okay.
A
You wanna show
lot.
off your dice.
Is it good or is it
It's
mixed feelings? Like,
It's a bit of mixed feelings. I mean, it's always hard moving home, right? You kind of feel like, I don't know. Life is
I'm
not
back
like
here.
you move home. So again, but it's okay. It'll be good. I feel like I can do a lot of good for my mom.
That's
Yeah.
good.
She needs a good friend right now.
Good.
So
That's good.
yeah.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Makes it
Yes.
fun.
So yeah, we're just Tori's upstairs feeding a baby, so I don't know if you want to get started, Chase, or you can try and wait. I'm not sure how late it should be. I can go take a gander and see if I can get an estimate.
You don't have to bother her. It's not too big of a deal. I think we're good to get started if everyone else is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. I should probably go all doors. So last time we left off, it was a little bit of a hard spot to leave. Does anyone care to take a dive at describing the scene for us? and describing what happened last time.
Oh,
If-
I remember the
You did
ending.
it the one prior to that, though.
No, I remember the ending.
Yeah.
That's all.
If not, I can
The rest of it
describe
is not
for
that
us.
deep.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys.
McKay does it. When was the last time McKay did it?
I can do it.
Sure. if you want.
So last time we finished up by heading back from Pokolosh, right? No, not Pokolosh. From Vipronoi. From Vipronoi, from the cave of the wild mage, the gnome. And we got back. Adelaide had some retribution, maybe we'll call it, from her god. And then we decided to seek help from the Seekers to transport us to Ren's family, and they said that they would help us on one condition, and that was as long as we can find someone to recruit. And then we got to Ren's village, and it was not a fun sight. His mom was pretty sick, and his sisters were also sick.
It's from the shop.
Those are your new dice?
Yeah.
Whoa, they're like Easter colored. Those are awesome. And so we left off with us, I think, right in front of Ren,
Very good.
inside his house.
We can see.
Yeah. So, as you guys are kind of glancing over this scene, Ren comforting his family, his sister just walks in. With doing so, I'm not going to try to describe the scene of him seeing his just barely older sister, or just barely younger sister to him, seeing her in a coat, one that she hadn't been wearing the last time. So I don't have the ability to describe.
So it's the younger sister.
He only has younger sisters.
Okay, but it's the. So the youngest is in the chair.
She was already sick.
Yeah. And then the one older than the youngest. It has a coat on now. Okay.
Yes.
I was just clarifying.
I can't describe what I feel like at this moment would be like without Ren here. So I'm not even going to try. After a few moments, he will turn to you and say something along the lines of, I know that there's a festival tonight for my village. I'm going to spend the day with my family. And with that, I think he would say something along the lines of, I'm going to close the door so that way I don't let more heat out. So with that, you guys are kind of, as the door shuts in front of you, this little hut in front, no bigger than probably a 20 foot by 20 foot. You hear the lapping of the waves not too far away. The smell of kind of that briny salt mixed with kind of that pungent seaweed almost smell wafts from the breeze coming from the ocean. The sun's being down. It's a little bit past midday. You can see other people in the village out along the beach, walking out into the water. You can see very far distance, maybe out there, what looks to be maybe an island or two in the bay. It's hard to tell. You can feel the sun on your skin. This is probably the warmest you've been in the last little while. It is toasty here. Not too long after this, Grigri is going to walk up kind of behind you and say, so is Bon Mo in there? Or is he talking to him? What's going on?
I don't remember his name. What's his name?
Did you-
Caveman.
I just said it. Grigri.
Yes, you did. But I was thinking of the actual equipment, Grigri. Anyway, Grigri. Um, he's gonna spend the day with his family, but we appreciate. Yeah, we see. Okay, yeah, he's gonna spend the rest of the day with his family. But yeah, we're here to help you fulfill your job. Let's go find John Doe or
Great.
Juan Yo or yes, that person.
Oh, no worries. Did he tell you where he was?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Out fishing somewhere. I'm pretty sure we might have to go search around.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Part of the locals, they're he didn't realize we're coming to pick him up. I'm assuming he's probably been waiting for us for a little while. So that's cool. Yeah, I'll follow your lead. Where are we going?
Yeah. Before we get going, it's been a long journey. Do you want to get something to eat?
It's been like an hour since we left the lighthouse. It's not even that long.
Did you get lunch?
I picked one. I didn't think we were gonna be gone that long.
Well, you stay here and we'll go get him.
Okay, yeah, no
I
worries.
think that'll work best. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I'll just peruse the local market.
Yeah. Why don't you try and talk to some people here? Maybe you can also find a
No,
recruit.
sure. Like you guys know where John Blow is. It's all good. I'll do a little bit of my own scouting. That's cool. I get it. Okay. Don't remember. I got the list down. I'm excited to meet this guy. He seems like he's a pretty good guy. Okay. See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Huddle everyone up and like, okay, guys. I don't like lying, so what do we do?
Well, we gotta find somebody.
How old do they have to be? Can they be a kid or can they like a
That's
really
Good question.
unwise adult? Or is it-
So instead of lying, you'd rather manipulate somebody?
Yeah, that's better.
Well, size
course
doesn't
not
matter. We
much.
know that.
I didn't cheat on you. You cheated on yourself.
Why don't we split up? We might be able to cover more ground that way. I think Brent mentioned there were maybe some other smaller villages nearby.
Yeah. He mentioned that to you. You also kind of like as you're standing around, like, what do we do? Grigri's kind of walked off. He's going to go check the horses out, make sure they're revving. You also notice that the guy Taman, he didn't like really come up like most of the other villagers and say hi to Ren. He was out there, scattering those ashes in the water. I don't think you caught his name. Ren never said it, but he seems someone that, from the look of his ornaments on him, you can see a lot of his garments have pieces of shell inlaid into them. It's very similar to what Ren wears. It's kind of like almost a sleeveless shirt with a wrap around his midsection and like kind of a short, almost skirt-like drawers. But inside those threads, you see pieces of shell in a large center medallion shell kind of inlaid into into a necklace, as well as on that like sash around his midsection. He had also kind of pointed out the village elder to you not too long ago that had come up and kind of pointed the way. He probably isn't too far away because he pointed the way to Ren's house, said come and see. So
I think it would be wise if we're gonna split party. I would like to observe and talk to the locals to see what they value most. Because I think advertising a way of gaining great honor, treasure, ladies, whatever people value here, would be a very good resource to lure some people in.
Well, Adelaide already split us into groups, so why don't we just go in those groups?
All right, Pablo, let's go.
have fun, Apar.
Pinky should probably go with you, Opal. She was in the front when we made
Oh.
teams.
Oh, yes.
And you.
Am I? What about Grigri?
Oh, that's
Grigri wasn't in the discussion, Pablo.
Yeah, Grigori's taking care of the horses. It's okay.
Okay, I'll come with.
All right.
the other video you
Team-
showed us on your birthday thing.
Boss, it's you and me.
Team Pop. Let's go. Pinky, Opal, Pablo. Let's go.
You're not wrong. Team Pop.
Team Pop.
Okay, so we got Team Pop. Adelaide, you were with Elia, if I remember correctly.
We're Team A plus because we both have A's in our name.
Ooh.
And Moss and Baron, you're
Boss Baron.
Moss and Baron. Nice. That's a great team name. Okay. Let's start with Team Pop, if that's all right. And we'll just kind of work our way around to then Team A plus and then Moss and Baron. Great. So Team Pop, what would you like to accomplish next? Do you have any ideas? You can talk amongst each other.
Sorry, let me get into
Yes.
Pinky's voice here. Think I can lure some people in with a song.
Oh, yes. All right. Is it gonna be like a theater song or like a happy celebration? What kind of song are you thinking?
Like an advertisement to be in the Vigils.
Okay. I think that's a great idea. I want to add to that, so that way you have more material to go off to write your song. Do you think we should ask some people like, what's a treasure or something that people strive for here? Do you value being able to fish the biggest fish? Or do you? I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Maybe we can ask the kids. We're good at that. Okay. I would like to look for children to see if that's something.
Get them while they're young. Yeah.
Children that are playing, and I want to approach them.
Yeah, sure. There's children. That's a little village.
Pinky would like to get out her juggling ball.
Ooh, fun. Okay. You'd find a group of children not too far off. They are sitting kind of in a little bit more of a sandy spot close to the beach, and you see them. Most of them have like just trunks on, and like look like almost swimming attire, things that you'd maybe wear for fishing. They're very like loose fitting pants and like shirts or something like that if they have one. And you see them running down the bank a little bit, and they'll just do a front flip right into the water, or they'll like try back flipping right in the kind of like the little shallow part. And you can see that it's like probably one or two boys doing it, and like everyone else is like kind of there, and they're kind of watching, but they're kind of just talking. But it's like these two boys just keep going at it, trying to see who can jump the highest and like do a full backflip before they hit the water.
How do we approach children? Because I don't want to come across as a creeper.
Pinky's going to raise her hand very high and wave. She's gonna
Opal
fly
will
up
try
in.
Opal will try to mimic. Yeah.
I look at you. Make probably like a persuasion check to see how friendly you look to these children that have no idea who you are. You can do one as well, or if you are proficient with persuasion, you could also give Pinky advantage.
Yeah. Advantage.
Good. Because I rolled a 4.
Nice.
It'd still be a 10, but you know. I rolled worse. It's a 2.
Okay. 10? 10 fits. They look at you. Hi. Oh, we're just playing in the water, just living it up.
Have you guys ever seen anyone juggle before?
Juggle.
Gonna start juggling.
Ah! Witchcraft. No. They go, whoa!
I mean, we have to pause. Just pause. We're pausing the scene right here. We just witnessed puberty happen like that. It's like, oh, we're doing good. And then slight voice crack. And then, yeah, we're good.
How's one of the other boys that's been doing the backflips? Yeah, we're pretty good. That's pretty sick.
Okay, now we can press play.
Yeah. Anyway, that's really cool. Are you doing like any crazy tricks or anything like that?
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
you like under the leg, she'll fly up and do it behind the back.
they're pretty enthralled with this. This is kind of impressive. You know, it's not every day that someone can juggle balls as well as just juggle anything, because I don't know, you don't really see any, you know, like juggling balls anywhere, I guess, or any balls that to consider.
Does anybody have a sheet?
Someone just like digs in the dirt and grabs one. It's like a flat one. They throw it at you.
I'm gonna catch it and hide it to my
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm doing so bad. Sleight of hand. Okay, that is a 10 again. I rolled a 3 this time.
10. You go and you throw. You're able to catch it first, and as you throw it up, you're not quite balanced yet, and it flies off and lands in the sand not too far away. But you're able to kind of like make it look like you tried to do that, like you're deflecting it and stuff like that, and like, wow, like they snap.
Nice. Hey, Pablo,
Huh?
can you juggle?
No.
How long can you hold a handstand?
You hold sheet? I don't know. I don't think I've ever done that.
Here, why don't you try and I'll time you?
Let's see. He's going to make an athletics check. He goes down and holds it for like a second and then kind of comes back up. There, did it.
Okay, well, do you want to try again?
No.
Okay, what ideas do you have? Because Pinky's feeling it. She's juggling. What ideas do you got?
You climb a tree.
And oh, you have to.
Oh, my flute?
Yeah.
Sure. I can try.
Oh,
He'll
we
pull
can
out his little.
Make some vibes for.
He got 13. Not bad. He seems to like kind of be jamming with it. It's not really like.
Doesn't quite match the aesthetic of
Yeah, it's like
current.
yeah. It's not like crazy good, but it's like, oh look, this guy knows how to play a flute. Nice.
And Pinky cast, I don't know, she's going all out because she doesn't know exactly why we're talking to these kids. Can I cast fairy fire on my juggling balls to make them?
Sure. I mean, you could cast it on the 20-foot. You'll have to cast it on the 20-foot cube in front of you. So just warning you. You might fairy fire some other things, but
Right. Well, why don't I fly up?
yeah, so it's like air.
Yeah, and then cast it. It's like
Perfect.
just the juggling balls, and then I'll come back down and
Yeah.
have glowing juggling balls.
Yeah, definitely. You go up there, you cast it. These balls are glowing now. And it's really cool. Like this, like the kids are like, okay, this is really neat. Wow.
Before I put this in my mouth.
You hear them kind of talking in that same primordial dialect as Ren was. Do either of you know primordial?
Nope. All right, this is not going to be
Yeah.
helpful.
You just hear the word Ngobchai a couple of times through it.
This is going to utterly fail, but since now we have that information, Opal will now.
But they don't seem to like be saying it like in a bad context. They're like, and they kind of point to you like, Ngobchai is and it's like kind of continue it on.
Okay. Opal will then also raise her shoulder cape, put it over her face, and eyebrow raise, Little bump bump. And then be like, friends, what is your greatest wish? Your biggest desire? Do they understand common?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Do you desire to catch the greatest fish? Or do you want to have the greatest strength? What is your greatest wish? Tell me, I pray thee.
I think it's about time for a nap. I'm thinking about that.
You guys can reflect so hard on them, and for like what?
Enough.
Wow, very nice show, by the way. It's looked really good.
Who else has a great desire besides napping?
Backflips.
You there.
What? Come on. No, you don't do that.
You there. Do you desire to have the greatest acrobatic skills of them all?
Mm, sure.
In your village.
My village? I kind of already do. All the old guys are kind of plump. We can't do backflips. They're too old.
You are the best, so you need to grow your strength, your skills, to adventure.
Pinky's
What?
gonna, keep juggling, and she's gonna kind of scooch over to Opal and be like,
I don't think we can recruit children. I'm not for that. That's a good point, because they're not helpful. Who among you desires to nap in a special place? Who is older than you?
what?
Faith is doing what she does best.
Pablo says enough.
Get your minds out of the gutter.
No, it's not out of the gutter. I just, even if that wasn't in the gutter, it just did not make any sense.
If you had one wish for your families, what would you wish for? There. Take it away.
To be honest, not much. We got a pretty good amount of stuff here. It's pretty awesome. Just, I don't know. Maybe go fishing with my dad later.
Opal just. Oh.
Yeah. We'll probably do that anyways, but it'd be fun. You guys get the sense that these kids live a pretty happy life. Even though it's kind of simple, they don't really kind of seem to be understanding. It's like, hey, guy, they're like, thanks for the show. Do you need anything? Like, do you need help? Are you hungry?
Is there anybody in your village who wants to adventure, to go places outside your village?
I think the only one from here is Ren, but he's already gone. He's started today, though. Other villages? There's some other villages around here, but we don't really see them. They're kind of far away. Like, almost like a 30-minute walk. Oh, it does in all the directions. Like, if you go the way down the beach, you can find a village. You keep going down, there's another village. You keep going down even farther than that, there's another village. You go up the beach, there's another village. If you go into kind of woods, there's some more villages. Yeah.
Do you have someone in your village who likes, like a alcohol owl or a smoker Joe? Do you have anybody who has a nickname who does something every day, like drink alcohol, like that? Like a
No, everyone drinks alcohol. It's okay. Yeah, they make it themselves. It's crazy.
in this village.
No, you get the sense that everyone in this village is kind of, what we would consider them. They just like to hang out. They just eat barbecue and go fishing. So
Okay, all
he
right.
doesn't really understand this term bum. It's not really a part of their dictionary.
Good day, Junior. I'm just gonna.
It's June, but thanks.
That's
Anyway.
cute. That's the
You
all
like
young
use
kids.
tap all their balls and take a bow and
Yeah. You would get the information that there is like within like a hour or so journey, about 5 more villages. Hour to hour and a half. The 5 villages that some of the kids would name to you over the next little bit is Benau, Churbulanuf, Chachnag, Tabanao Romeo, and Fanado. And there's just most of those will live kind of along the sea, either to the north or to the south, except Benau, which is kind of more into the woods. With that information gained, we're going to go to Team A+.
Can Opal say one thing and then change
Sure.
the Opal will smack her face and just pull her face down. Just imagine like Avatar Last Airbender, Sokka, bam, bam, bam. Ugh. This isn't working. All we've learned is that people like their families and it's a really peaceful place here and they all have peaceful lives. Which is great. I love it. I want it. This is not working.
All right, Adelaide and Elia. What are you guys doing?
Where do you think we should go?
Well, I am supposed to be your shadow today, and so I will ask you the same thing.
You're so much better at making decisions, though.
That's all right. Let's kind of go through the process. Where are some places that we could start?
Maybe a local tavern?
That is an excellent idea.
Well, I guess let's go try and find a tavern then.
All right. Looking around taverns.
Taverns aren't kind of like, as you look around the village, you find 2 places that fit that description the best. There seems to be a general store, which is kind of just an opened hut on one side that has kind of an opening that you can just walk up to. They have kind of a little desk there and they sell some stuff out of it. You see that most people like kind of would like have just like their own alcohol like in their house or something like that. Like seems that a lot of people just kind of make something of their own in a bottle. It's not really like you don't see it like in like a distillery anywhere. You see them actually. One person right next to their house, there's like a coconut tree, and they've climbed up to it, and there's something stabbed at the top, collecting some sort of almost like syrup. It's distilling it into one of these bottles, and he's like tapped that one, and he's putting a new one kind of where that one is at, as well as kind of retapping the is it spigot? I don't know if that's the correct word. You know, what you put into a tree to.
The trees.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like one of those things. The 2 places, like I said, that will general store, as well as there's the main large hut in the middle of the town. It seems to be almost kind of like a community house, a place for people to kind of gather, have meetings, and things like that.
Okay. Do you think we should go over to the guy tapping the tree or the marketplace?
What do you think?
Maybe the marketplace. I think we'll probably run into more people there.
Good thinking. Let's do it. We'll go to the marketplace.
Going to the marketplace.
Do.
Let me see if Could you just say something to me again, David? I'm trying to
Hello.
All right, we'll try using this, and our speaker will probably die at some point, but just so that way you guys are a little louder.
Okay.
I wonder if it fell behind this, because it usually gets set.
I'll try on that side. I'll look one more time.
Oh, you're good. Anyways, so you guys are going to the Tapper?
No, the
Market.
market.
The marketplace. The
Basically
little market
the-
house?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like one house. You know, most people are like you see most people kind of have like goods around their house. This is like a place that someone could go and like buy things. As you look in, it's like a one room little building, and you can see what looks like most of the things that they have for sale, just like on a shelf behind them. It's mostly stuff like flour and oil and stuff like that, just really basic things. There's a lady sitting at the desk. She kind of is a little bit heavier set, as well as she has some really poofy, like almost afro-like hair. It's just massive. And she's sitting there, and you can see that she's sitting on a chair behind it and kind of whittling a little statuette. As you guys walk up, and she goes, "Hello, how you all doing?"
Which I'm going to kind of like nudge Alaya further, and as I like gently, and I'm just gonna cast guidance as I do so, and be like, "Go ahead, like, take it away, take it away."
Hi. My name is Alaya, and this is my friend Adelaide. How are you doing today?
Oh, good. Just just selling stuff. You guys looking for something? We got some tempura. We got
See chips.
yeah, we just got some stuff here.
Okay. I actually have a couple of questions. I've been walking around and I have been smelling the food. I'm not. You probably, as you probably know, I'm not from here.
Yeah.
What do you guys? What is the food that just smells so good around here?
That's a good question. Everything's good here. It's so tasty. I love that local food. It's good for you too. I'd say that's probably either, some fried tapioca. That one's a good one. Smells and tastes so good. Just put a little bit of salt on it. Take those. Tastes so good. It could be also the fish. It's just fresh caught, man. It's just really good. Yeah, I think there's an behind the house somewhere. I know that my cousin Freddie, he's doing that's a barbecue pig, and they cook it in the ground. It's super good. It's so good. Yeah.
Cool. I'll have to come back and ask for the recipe for that tapioca. Another real quick question. Do you guys have any like village warriors or village adventurers or anything like that? People who you send out on missions and stuff like that?
Let me think. David, can you say something? I need to make sure that the speaker's working.
Hello.
It's working. Perfect.
Yay.
Awesome. She goes, let me think. My husband, if there's something in the waters that's, seeming like it wants to eat somebody, then maybe he'll go out there and poke it with a big stick, chase it off. Some adventurers.
Anybody like around Ren's age?
Ren's age. There's a couple of boys. around Ren's age. Most of them are out fishing right now. I think they're getting the catch ready for tonight for the the ceremony.
What ceremony?
Oh, it's the lightning dance ceremony. It's where we honor Yoko. It's a pretty good one. You guys came to town at a good time.
What do I know about Yoko?
Yeah, do a religion check.
I just rolled a 2.
Oh, we're all rolling poorly today.
Yeah.
You've heard of Yoko from, you think, Ren. You're pretty sure that that's one of the gods that he worships. That's all you know.
Yeah. What do you usually do at this ceremony?
Well, there's dancing. There's we make a big fire on the beach, and in the fire we have these rocks and shells that we can throw in the fire, and they'll make it look like it's lightning. It's pretty cool, and it helps us to honor Yoko in keeping the winds calm and his fury low during the good times, and sending the bad winds towards our enemies. He protects us, you know. He's a really good guy. He's super good.
So this is just for maybe I'll just wait until Brandon's back.
It's okay. You can ask me anything.
So our friend Ren,
Uh-huh.
he, as far as like religion goes, it seems that there's like quite a few different beings
Different religions?
believes in. Is that correct?
No, we all believe in the same.
In the same?
Yeah. Yeah, there's Yoko. There's Bashia. There's Vedna. There's Mav. There's Miliosava. There's Bogdan. Yeah.
Both done.
Yeah. Yeah. They're all there, man. They're pretty awesome.
That's good. Interesting. Well, Alaya, while everyone's gathered tonight, that might be the best time for us to find who we're looking for.
Yeah, I think you would probably be right.
Who you looking for?
Well, we were told that there was someone here who was perhaps looking to join the Vigils.
The Vigils, like Ren?
Yeah, like Ren.
I don't think there's anyone in this village, to be honest. I think you'd be kind of hard-pressed to find anyone here. When Ren took off, we were all kind of like, man, that guy's kind of crazy. But it's cool. I understand why he's doing it. It's so sad. His family's so sick. It makes it really sad. I hope that he finds the medicine for them.
It's true.
Yeah. That is so sad. But anyways, yeah, they're just, I'd say probably your best bet if you're trying to find someone else. Because when the Vigil people came back a couple months, yeah, they were only here, and they asked around for a couple of days while Ren was getting, his things in order. He was going fishing, his children these days. But yeah, I'd say maybe that no one else here wants to, at least to be honest. We're pretty good.
Wants to.
I would maybe check some of the other villages.
Are there any villages that you think would be more inclined to like Vigil?
I know that everyone along the coast is into Bashia, and Bashia is not super she can be out there, like go out in this ocean and feel the waves. But I'd say that maybe Benau's not a bad one. I don't really know them. They're hill people. They live up in the hills. But they're pretty good. I'd say that they might like, walking because they walk so far to get to the ocean. Crazies. But that might be good. So yeah, but now is a good village. I'd say maybe also Fanado. Fanado, they're just, different. I don't really get them.
Where's Fanado?
Fanado is like so far away. It's like an hour down the beach. It's so far. Yeah, you go towards the sun, and when you see like a big mango tree, not too far away from the sand, you'll keep walking a little bit farther. You'll see the bridge. And you probably saw the bridge because I saw you guys come from that direction. If once you go over the bridge, you'll instead of coming this way, you'll go that way and keep going at the T in the road. And then what you'll see is a grove of like well, what's that thing they call in your language? It looks like this, and it's got like these on the top. Yeah, it's like a tree, but it's a specific kind. So you'll look for a grove of those.
What is it in your language?
Oh, it's a gaki.
What language is that?
It is primordial. We'll say
Alaya
that.
knows primordial.
Sweet. It's just like a name for a tree.
Okay.
It's not like it's like an actual meaning. It's just literally just the name of that type of tree.
Okay.
It's from like its kind of understanding kind of the roots and stuff from it. It sounds to be some sort of type of palm tree.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you just keep walking so far, and you'll get there. They have a nice meeting house like ours, but I think theirs is a little smaller. But it's still pretty good. Yeah.
What is this village called again?
It's called Fanado.
Fanado.
Yeah, like Fanado. Yeah, Fanado.
Do you want to go try there or the hill people?
I think that Fanado sounds like that could be a better choice if we were to go and look there and then come back for the ceremony.
Yeah, the ceremony is in like a couple hours, so you should be good. It's like looking at the sun, it's like midday, and it's not until like nighttime, so you got like a while.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, did you guys want to buy anything?
Oh, hi.
You don't have to. I just was figuring I'd ask. You asked a lot of questions, but usually people don't sit here and talk. They're just like, hey, I want the flower, and I'll give them the flower.
Oh, what was that tapioca thing?
Do you not know what tapioca is?
Are you asking me, or Adelaide does not know what time? I don't think so. I don't think that Adelaide would know.
Let me get you some.
Any.
She'll like reach down underneath and pull it out, and it's like this root-looking thing. It looks kind of like a yam, but it's like this long, and she sets it down. It's this one. It's super good. You have to cook it before you eat it.
So I do this, and then I cook it and eat it.
Yes. 2 copper pieces.
Don't usually buy things that need to be cooked.
Huh.
Flya, are you interested in cooking these?
I almost did a Hafana part.
Yeah. And then Alaya will just start. Like I imagine they have like seasonings and stuff Alaya's never seen before.
You put salt on it.
Adelaide will kind of slide over the money.
The money. It's literally like
tip for the chit chat, Like
she's like, holy cow, this is a lot of money. You put like a silver piece down. She's like, whoa, do you want more? I don't need. I guess. Thank you. Earrings.
Oh,
my cousin, she makes earrings and necklaces. She does really good job. She uses shells and she carves them.
I would actually love if you would show me where I can get that. And also any other type of clothing. Adelaide's realizing that Mosby's in the process of making whatever Ren is doing the next trend in fashion in Felnor. And so if she can get ahead of it by getting
Yeah.
straight source of inspiration.
Yeah, what do you want? Let me go call my cousin.
Most
Let me call my cousin.
appropriates the whole town.
Hey! Get in! Come here! What? Come here! Someone wants to buy things! Oh! Okay! And you watch another lady walk over. It's like, hey, what can I do for you?
I'm interested in buying things.
Buy, what do you want?
I want fashion, and I want anything that you can offer.
Fashion? You mean like clothes?
Yes.
Clothes. Yeah, I can get you. What do you want? You want like the dress? Do you want a robe? Are you like a wrap? Are you looking
A
for?
wrap.
Oh, who's the lucky man?
Do you have any wraps and stashes for women?
No, just dresses, sashes, and wraps like the mid things. They're for men. And so if you get one, usually that means you got someone that you're looking out for.
Looking out for myself and the state of the fashion and society of Felnor in about a year and a half.
No, we have some dresses that are really nice, and I got some earrings and stuff. We have our woman's dress. It's similar to the same thing as
Yes,
men.
yes. Well, I would look at the dresses.
Yeah. So
Sandals. Those things that Ren has.
Yeah.
The sandals. I would like some of those. Do you have those?
yeah, I can make some.
Oh. Test them?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I have to measure your foot to know how big I need to cut the piece of leather.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're genuine boar hide, I guess.
Or hide.
Yeah, they're really sturdy. That's why we usually like them. It works really good on the sand.
Good. Yes. I have walked on the stand before, so I imagine that would be the case. I have sandals yet.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
really
yeah. Take 2 pairs.
2 pairs of sandals. Okay, this will probably take me a little while because I'm gonna have to make both.
Could we get the measurements and come back and pick them up at the ceremony tonight?
It's probably gonna take me like a week.
A week?
That with like this, I need to make the dresses. Usually, so the way I usually people tell me what they want and then I make it and then I sell it. Then I have like a couple of things in, like I don't have sandals in stock. But
This is an investment. Yes.
Sure.
Pay whatever you need.
I mean,
Come here so that you can measure your foot. We're getting sandals.
Ren's staying for a while, right? Like you guys are with Ren, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. I don't know how long we'll be here.
Don't look at me.
I mean, it makes sense for him to stay. It's so sad. I don't think his mom has very long. So
I mean, if I recall, we're going up to a mountain and we're coming back.
Okay.
His parents, his family, so we'll be back.
We'll be back. Okay.
So just so you know what the dresses kind of look like. They are similar to kind of like what Ren's wrap looks like, but they're longer, almost like upper calf length that you wrap around your midsection. Very similar, but the difference is a man's one is like only to like the upper thigh, and a woman's one is all the way to like the lower calf.
Excellent.
And these are usually held up by wearing a belt.
Okay. And prices?
She says like for the 2 pairs of sandals, and how many dresses do you want?
Probably, well, depending on the price, 2 for Adelaide, and she'll want to get 1 for Elia as well.
Yeah. What colors do you want? You can choose like the color pattern. I just have to go down to Chachinag and get some thread. They got some there though. I have a cousin that lives there.
Elia?
Yeah.
Yeah, try to keep it to like 3 or 4 colors.
For your dress?
I'll trust you on that one. I'm not good at the fashion thing.
Remind me of what color her hair is. Is it black or dark brown or
It's brown and blue.
sky blue?
It's probably turned a little bit. The brown is probably turned more grayish black, I imagine, but the blue's still there. Just because of your changes.
Nice. Alright, we'll do one white and a cobalt.
So like dark blue.
Sure, yes. Like a bright, like an ocean blue.
So bright blue, not dark.
Yeah, so like a
She like grabs like just a crumpled up like napkin or something like that. Just like some like just like grabs like a piece of charcoal from like or like her cousin hands her charcoal and she starts writing this down. White with blue.
and maybe like a light peach color. I think would look really good on Mariah. Like a something soft.
Soft peach. What's that peach?
I'm sorry, a light pink.
Okay. Is it like the sunset color?
Yes.
Sunset. Perfect.
Okay, and then the next one, let's have it be. I'm trying to think of like the colors that most be liked on Ren.
I like black, purple, orange, green, classic.
Good, that one.
That one's
Excellent.
a very local color.
Yes, and
Awesome.
then can you do another one? In another of your favorite color palettes.
Sure, yeah. I'll probably do one that's just like 2 colors. I'll probably do probably keep it simple since I'll have already the same thread. I'll probably do a white with an orange, so it's kind of a mix from the two. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay. She says she'll go and start working on the stuff. You hear her call to her, like to one of her kids as she's walking back. They need to go and kill one of the pigs so that way they can have the leather. Don't worry, they're eating good tonight.
That's good. He doesn't seem to really have a problem with that.
What?
Yeah.
The circle of life.
Circle of fashion.
Circle of fashion.
Why I have to apologize to you. My goal is to shadow you, and I've gone shopping again. Look at me.
It's okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Just, I guess, growing up in Oshto, it's Oshto, right? Is the playhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It was like growing up in Oshto, I guess fashion and all these other things just weren't important. And so it's really cool to learn, I guess, your world, for lack of better words, I guess.
Yes. Fashion is important. Now, back to you. Back to me shadowing you.
As you guys kind of make your plans for going ahead. We're going to switch to Moss and Baron.
I love these couple.
Well, Moss, I think everyone here just wants to nap, so our best bet's probably to head off to one of the other islands or something. Other villages or whatever.
Okay.
I would like one of you guys to do a history check. Just do it. I asked. I need you to give.
Yes, Sensei. I got 12.
12. Are you proficient with history, Moss?
No.
Okay, sounds good. So with the 12, I want to remind you that you remember there was some specific characteristics in this character that Grigri is expecting. You may want to follow those, you may not. It can be up to you, but there's definitely things that he is expecting to see. If we give him someone, we get him someone. That's fair.
I'm just gonna pick a direction and start walking.
Yeah. Roll a d4. It'll be cardinal directions. Which way you walk?
1.
1 north. Okay. Luckily, you didn't go south, which was the water. Actually, yes, that would be the ocean. So north. As you and Moss walk into kind of the jungly forest area around Bauli, as you start walking, the path not on any are you trying to just walk in a straight line, or are you?
Yep.
Unless I was saying something else, I think. Just walking.
Yeah.
Great line.
As you guys start walking in a specific direction, you kind of come to the point where it's like you're getting out of the village, and the jungle itself gets so thick that it's kind of getting hard to walk. And so, I need someone to either do a survival check if you want to keep pushing, or you might want to look for a better path.
5.
5. Yeah, so you spend about the next 10-15 minutes going about 10-15 feet. Eventually, like, you get out like a short sword and you're just hacking at it like it's a machete.
I mean, he does have his sword that does for damage to plants.
He does that. Ooh, that's a good point. Though he rolled a 5 on survival. After about 30 minutes, you realize that you've somehow got turned around and you're now back heading to, like, you find yourself like coming out of the bushes and you look around like, oh, we found the different village. It's just Bauli again.
Dang it. We'll go a different direction this time.
Okay. Are you just going to, head out into?
Yep.
Right. I will warn you, if you don't roll high enough on your survival, this may be a futile experiment to try just walk straight your way.
I'll roll it this time.
Okay, I'm just warning you. You may be wasting your time.
18.
18. Yeah. With a little bit of guidance from Baron, kind of keeping your son in the right position, you start cutting your path like towards what you feel like it is. Not too long afterwards, like, you'll stumble yourself upon what seems to be kind of, as it went up the hill and kind of comes back down. You find yourself kind of coming up towards an area where it's a little bit more swampy, muddy, and there's these large plants with like huge like leaves, like you could almost think of them like elephant ears, like huge. I need Moss to make a nature check.
Nature. I don't want to make a nature check. Can I make a survival check?
This isn't really survival. It's noticing something about the natural area that you're around.
4. God,
Four.
what the heck is this?
So you keep cutting your way through, and not too long after you hear voices coming up, it sounds like to be some villagers walking a path, probably only about 30 feet, close to where you guys are at. It seems to have kind of bisected and came a different direction to get to this point. They sound like they're starting to talk about some sort of trying to remember what the word is. I guess it really doesn't matter, but they're talking about tarot and how they're going to their it's called the ma'ut. They keep saying that word ma'ut for the tarot, and they're kind of wondering how it's doing.
You got this, Moss?
Nope.
Hey,
What? Hey, what are you guys doing in there?
walking.
Why are you walking through our garden? That's not where you walk. There's a path right over here.
Oh,
Did you guys cut those down? You know how long those take to grow? Dude, get out of there!
it was him.
They seem pretty angry at you. Like, what the heck? Like, get out of there! Go! Get out of here!
What village did you come from?
Bodhi! It's only like 15 feet away from it. What are you guys doing in our garden? Are you guys the guys with the Ren? Man, he should have taught you better. He should have told you not to walk through people's gardens. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to talk to him later. You guys. Get out of there!
Is it?
Why are you still standing here? Go!
Walk out.
Not until we get information.
You're gonna stay there until they get information.
Yeah, I'm done with this. Yeah, we're gonna stay here till we get information.
Wait, Moss, why?
Just shut up, Baron, and listen.
What
Who
the
is the strongest
You're
person in your
literally
village?
standing in the mud. It's like to your waist, dude.
I don't care. Who is the strongest person in your village?
Strongest person.
Or a village. Where's the other nearest village besides Bauli?
It's so far away, man. It's like
Where?
like 45 minutes up this path.
Just follow this path.
Yeah, that's it.
Do they have stronger people?
I mean, not really. Maybe it's been out. They're kind of weird.
Weird how?
I know they live in the hills. Like, why would you put your village up there and not by the ocean? They must not like fish. Anyways, like, I don't know what you're asking for. Like, stronger people?
Come on,
Are you like
Moss.
trying to build a house or something? Don't build it in my garden.
Come on, Moss.
Okay.
We'll start heading up the path towards the other place.
They do seem fairly perturbed with you. They will. It's kind of like one of those. I can't remember who makes it. The Telltale games. That's who. Where it's like this villager will remember this.
Oh.
We'll snip it. But anyway,
As we're walking, at some point along this 45-minute walk, this super long walk,
so long.
I'll turn to Moss and just say, "That's pretty sucky about what's going on with the Ren's family, don't you think?"
Yeah, I guess so. People die.
Yeah, but usually it's not so slow and terrible. Yes.
Do you think it's best if we just put them out of their misery right now?
I mean, probably be less painful.
Okay, let's plan on doing that when we get back.
That's not our job, Moss.
Whose job is it?
I guess it's for Ren to decide. It's his family.
What about those rats we killed in the sewer? Was it our job to end their life?
It was like a long time ago. Why are you bringing this up?
Look, if you're gonna morally justify being like, oh, it's not our right, but then take the right of other people's life, you're just justifying your own actions. It's either you believe it or you don't believe it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure when we killed those rat people, it was in self-defense, but I don't have a problem with it.
Still saying. How many people have you killed, Baron? Who you didn't have to, just because they were quote unquote monsters.
Too many.
No.
No?
O as in OH.
I thought you said no. I thought you said no as well. I was like, no. I was like, what?
No, you didn't kill those people. You murdered them.
And you?
And me what?
Same question.
Yeah, I've murdered many people.
Well, then I don't think that we're cut too far from the same cloth.
Probably not. Are we at the village yet?
For the
Probably not. Not yet. Why?
All right, I guess we're not at the village yet.
I mean,
we can get those.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, if you guys have more things to talk about, you'll eventually get there.
We'll get there.
You guys have walked for a little while. So long. You eventually get to yourselves to, but now as you walk in, you notice there's a couple less houses. Like the houses that you saw around Bauli, it was probably about 10 to 15 or so. Here there's probably about, or at Bauli there's 20. Here there's probably about 10 to 15, a little bit smaller. And as you kind of walk into the village, people kind of like from their houses and stuff like that will just kind of give you strange looks as you walk through. Eventually, one guy from kind of the main community house, he'll walk out and say, excuse me, are you guys travelers looking for something?
Yeah, we're looking for someone with some sort of tragic backstory or something.
Tragic backstory.
I don't know, something terrible going on in their life might help.
That's a good question. I need to think. Yeah, I think we got some people that have kind of crappy lives, and I mean, we have to live in the hills. It sucks.
Why do you have to live in the hills? Can't you just move to the ocean? There's plenty of space down there.
No, that's not our land. Our land's up here. We don't own
Who
it.
decides that?
Oh, it was decided a long time ago in the wars between the villages. Our village lost, so we had to move up into the hills.
Have you thought about declaring war on the village down there? Take it back?
Could, but not really.
Are your people stronger?
I wouldn't say that we're not more stronger. But
So you're weaker.
Look, I didn't walk out of my own house to be berated. What do you want?
We're here to find the strongest warrior.
And do what with them? Kill them?
No.
That's what they used to do, in the wars. When they subjugate one of our villages, every once in a while they'd come up and kill us. How do I know that you're not just from their village?
We're just trying to see if someone wants to get out of these villages.
We want to elevate them to a higher status, to bring back glory to their people.
Okay. Um.
We're part of the Vigils.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I didn't get the glory part. That was kind of confused, but I get it. Yeah, that makes sense now. No, I don't. Yeah, I guess there's a couple people. I know that there's uh maybe a couple people around here that might. I know there's a guy who lives kind of farther down into the hills more. He doesn't come to the village very often, but he might be interested. Just because he doesn't really participate. But
What's he like?
can't really tell much about him. I think his name is Wakeen, and he just kind of sticks to himself. But whenever he does come to village, to buy simple stuff, he doesn't really seem to be a talker. And so maybe he's someone that you're looking for. I know that if he was to go and not live here, I don't think anyone would miss him. Not because, he's a bad guy, but it's just because I don't know if he has anyone.
Can you point us in the right direction?
Yeah, you just keep walking down this path. You'll see a big mango tree, and at the mango tree, you'll turn, and then keep going a little bit, and you should see his house.
Thanks.
Okay.
So when did it happen, Moss?
What?
When did it happen? When did your I'll gesture to like him. Your condition.
What condition? Got to be more specific, Baron.
I don't know, the wrinkles, the age, lack of hair. I don't know. I can go on.
Hmm. So you're asking, how did I get so old?
Yeah.
Well, why do you drink so much?
Ease the pain.
Of
Life.
That's about as vague as you can get.
Well, you start talking, maybe we'll continue talking. That's how this works.
Betrayed by a lowly scum of a supposed friend. Got tangled up in a church with a ghost. It's a pretty diabolic. It's a pretty good way to torture someone. To
Make
keep
a.
the ghost.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I would like Baron to make maybe an Arcana check to see if he or a history to recollect what specific about a ghost.
I think they're. Wait, what were the two options? History or Arcana? I'll
Yeah.
do Arcana. 17.
Okay, I'll let Moth continue on, and if I need to explain, I will.
No. So, anyways, ghost started screaming. Life started wisping away before my life. By the end of it, I was this old, decrepit piece of meat. And I was thrown out of the church. I think they meant to kill me once I got outside of the church, but I stumbled away. Don't know if it was purposefully or they wanted to watch an old man falter, or I was skilled. Probably the latter. But yeah.
I guess in a similar manner, I drink because of the church as well. So
Well, the church was just a location for me. Why do you drink because of the church?
Certain people in it just just
Which
what?
keep going, keep going.
Just certain people that just led me down a path that I'd rather have not gone down.
No, what church is this?
The church in Tepesh.
Make a history check for me, Moss.
Nat 20 plus whatever my history is.
So, from your dealings with Tepesh and kind of understanding it, Tepesh itself is known to be kind of one of the most superstitious areas in all of Yavna.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons may be because they have a centralized church, whereas most places have like a specific religion that you can join. Tepesh has basically one state church that kind of oversees all of the nation. And if that doesn't seem correct to you, McKay, you can tell me. I think that's kind of how it goes. It's kind of a church dedicated to kind of all the protector gods. They're almost seen as kind of like saints in a sense, like depending on what you need, you'll pray towards that god. But you with a nat 20 would also know that there is a lot of politics that go along with that church because it's so ingrained into the people as if you want control over the people rather than being necessarily a duke of one of the princedoms, it's easier to be a bishop in the clergy.
Okay. So my assumption then, Baron, is that you were led to believe a certain way, figured out you were being misled by the clerical leaders, and now you're angry about it.
That's what you think. That's up to you.
I'm just asking if that's what happened.
No. That's
Wow.
not.
What happened then?
I think we're here.
I shared, and now you have to share.
So
Maybe I need a little bit of drink before then.
as you guys find this house kind of out in the middle of the jungle, we're going to go to break, and then we're going to come back with Opal and Vigil. Top team. Okay, we'll be right back. Now, welcome back. So brevity of time. I don't want us to be here all night trying to find Blow Schmo. We want to find someone. I want to ask Opal and Pinky. You have two groups that seem to have found maybe a lead. One's going to a different. Both have gone to a different village. You could maybe try to join Adelaide and Elia, or you could try to go and find Baron and Moss and what they're doing. It might be better to try to join another group at this point than try to find your own third path, and that way we don't have to keep track of 3 different groups.
I mean,
that makes sense.
Yeah. In my figurings, Pinky would, point the way because once she heard there was a village in the forest, she's like, let's do that in her mind.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming just kind of on the way because it's the same path we'll run into.
Yeah. It's like
so
literally as you guys come from different paths right into the same house, you're like, oh, so we're going to do Baron and Moss.
Baron and Boss.
Baron and Boss.
The ship nation.
Oh no, what did I do?
Great.
So
Want to role play us going there?
oh yeah, you could definitely do that. But
Alright.
we'll just so you guys know that's going to kind of happen at the same time.
Okay. Pinky, I'm surprisingly hitting my limit kind of early today. I'm really getting close to bribing somebody to just perform a little Houdini trick of going with Grigri and then escaping, and then I'm getting close. Do you have any ideas?
Honestly, I think that the village in the forest sounds the most promising because if all the other villages are like this one, then we got nothing. So we better go somewhere else.
I completely agree. Pablo, what do you think?
Huh?
It's okay.
All right, Pinky, lead the way.
Right. She's gonna fly, but she's gonna make marching.
She's like marching while flying.
Moss, I felt bad that I didn't say anything. The truth is, oh, hey, Pinky.
I hate this game. I hate this game. Like, what is this garbage? Like, I don't get paid to be here. This happens. Like, Moss casts Chill on Pinky so he can hear Baron's backstory.
Wow.
I mean,
Hey, Pinky.
if Opal finds out that Baron was just about to open up, she will do whatever it takes, except break her oath, to get Baron to say something.
She'll do whatever it takes. Like, I got your back, but she won't actually do anything.
Wait a minute. You sound familiar.
All right, sorry. Hey, Pinky.
Where are you guys going? We're going this way.
We are also going this way.
Go together.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. We were just talking about the weather.
Boring.
Sorted. Inside check. Come on, put it to the test. Okay, you might go in the dungeon. All right, that is a 11.
11 for
Okay.
insight.
Can I tell he's being sarcastic?
Moss, make a check.
What's my check?
You could say either persuasion or deception or intimidation, or just probably those two, deception or persuasion. But it's your choice.
Okay. Yeah,
Which
sure.
one?
I'll do deception. Yeah, like, Moss isn't being deceptive, but it's just like,
Yeah, it's like, you're kind of hiding something.
yeah, 13. I got a 13.
You can't tell. You're like, Moss.
Moss always acts like this.
No. Like dumb.
You can probably tell that they weren't talking about the weather, but it probably was, I don't know, boy stuff like swords. Huh. What?
I watched Kyle's face when you said that. I don't think you realize what.
I said it.
Okay.
I said what I said.
No, I have.
It's Kyle's mind in the
Anyways.
gutter.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
That's-
recalling. He's recalling a classic, Samantha quote.
Anyways, continue on.
So, you guys were here. This. Continue on as in you continue on.
We'll
Get to the house.
We'll continue walking towards the house.
You finally make it to the house. This is what was known as Wakeen, his house. It's kind of out in the bush. It's smaller. What do you do? It doesn't really have like a door per se.
Oh, villagers back that way. They told us to come talk to this guy.
Like you fly up to the little door. You. I need someone to do a perception check for me.
I will. Perception. The door.
I think he is not aware of her surroundings. She's focused on getting this.
I'll work with that. 16.
Team.
She's not stupid. She's like.
Give me 1 second.
Listen.
About to fight something.
No stress.
It is Van Dyke, our guy from who took us from the test with the
Oh, Van
octopus.
Dyke.
Uh,
It is not Van Dyke, though that would be pretty awesome. I do like him.
I do like Van Dyke.
He retired with his children in the woods.
I mean, he already retired with his children in the woods.
Yes, he did. Oh, anyways.
But this guy,
His name.
come on. My thing is glitching out.
We hear the nice calming sounds of the ocean waves in the distance.
Yeah.
No, because
You meet it, so you beat it. So
We hear
same roll, same thing. You would notice there seems to be a figure kind of crouched in the bushes, watching you, kind of more towards your side along the kind of bush line.
and this is Moss notices him, but he barely noticed him, right? Like he wasn't
Yeah.
like.
It was
Okay.
like you meted it, so you beated it.
So that I mentioned this because that actually would impress Moss a little bit because Moss is pretty good at spotting people out. You guys keep pounding on the door. I gotta go take a little break, if you know what I mean.
I think he's gonna pound on the door harder.
And Moss is gonna start heading over to the bush.
Okay.
To take a break.
As you walk over there, the figure kind of steps back into the foliage a little bit, seeming to kind of give you a little bit of space.
So
Not like it's like running away, but like kind of just sinks back.
all right. And Moss is just gonna whisper as he's pretending to take a break. He's gonna be like, "Hey, it could go over a lot easier. We're not here to hurt you or do anything. It would go over a lot easier if you just come out and introduce yourself, so we don't have to come and find you."
You would hear kind of almost sound like a almost like the sound of like a sigh, but like you know when you have a sigh, but you kind of got phlegm in your throat, you got like frog in your throat. It's like you would see this figure, not crazy taller than you are, Moss. You'd see this little guy walk out of the bushes.
It's a frog.
I think that's dope.
He kind of
Frog out.
walks out of the bushes and says, What do you want?
My name is Ma. My name is Moss. What is your name?
My name's Wakeen.
Joaquin. Me and my friends, we were sent by the village nearby. Actually, are frogs weird? This is the first frog that we've seen, right?
That's weird.
Frogs are weird. You've
I
never
haven't-
seen, like, among all these villagers, you've not seen a frog.
Okay.
Most of them been like humans or like human elvish, but mostly kind of like that humanoid style, normal. Frog's kind of strange. Stands out a little bit.
Okay. Moss, I'm just like, wait a second. It's like, we're set to find you. The tall guy over there, Baron, he's got more of the details. If you just want to come with me.
Okay.
Moss is going to call out to everyone, hey, everybody.
He'll like stretch his like neck, and then you'll see go as he like is like thinking, and then he'll slowly follow you, kind of curious.
As per going there, Moss will lean over real fast and be like, do you like toads?
I find that slightly racist, but I actually do.
And Moss is just going to like pull his toad out of his his cloak. His familiar that he has.
Yeah. So you'd notice as he sees your toad, he'd go. The guy's doing that, and then your little toad go. The other guy would go. They seem to be communicating.
And I have my toad tell me telepathically what the heck is going on.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And your toad's like, "Good. You can talk to me." And he's like, "Yeah. Does he treat you good? What's this guy doing here?" And does your toad know what you guys are doing here?
I am telepathically sending him the thoughts on what we're doing here.
Yeah, they're looking for you. That's what the guy said to you. I think they're. Have you ever heard of the Vigil?
Looking for a strong warrior.
Strong. Are you a strong warrior? Guy's like. He's like about as round as he is tall. Maybe.
Strong of heart. Strong of heart.
As he kind of comes over to the group where you all stand, he stands like probably about 6 inches taller than Moss. So he's not like a small character, but he isn't like tall either. He would probably be just shorter than your average dwarf.
All right, Baron,
Oh.
explain.
You're a frog.
I also kind of find that racist, but you're not wrong. It's what everyone calls me around here.
Joaquin.
Technically, it's called a bullywug. That's what my people are.
Does Pinky have experience?
Sure, you could definitely do a history check and see if you
I
know
just,
anything.
well, not necessarily if I know anything. I just like
Like
this is not new
Fine.
to her. She's familiar with these
Oh,
kinds of people.
Are you?
Am I? Well, I don't.
That's why I'm asking you to do a history check.
Okay.
That's what the check is for, to see how familiar you are with them.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's anything necessarily specific about.
They're like it. They're not like living in the forest. Okay. History check. Where's my history? There it is. That's 16.
16. Yeah. Bullywugs from where you're from are more of the, swamp foresty kind. You don't know if there's any difference really with these more jungly coastal kind.
Right.
With a 16, you would know that these are typically more evil aligned creatures, humanoids, as they are really big into capturing people and, making them forest interns is a way you could say it. Forever, without pay. Yeah. So that's kind of what you know about bullywugs in general. Though this guy is, you do know that bullywugs usually live in large communities, and they usually have some sort of queen and culture along with them. This guy seems to have more of the similar culture as the people here.
Okay, so he's odd.
He doesn't seem to be like your regular bullywug.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, Pinky's gonna like thump Baron on the back of the head, and be like, "Yes, you need to talk to a bullywug." Yes, sir.
So
Dang it.
that was good job. Just so you guys know.
You out here?
This is where my house is.
Yeah, but never mind.
I mean, I was out there in the bushes because I heard you guys walking up the path, and didn't want someone to throw rocks at me.
Throw rocks at you.
Do other people throw rocks at you?
I mean, sometimes. Some people don't though.
Would you rather not have rocks thrown at you?
Sometimes. I mean, other times it's kind of fun to throw them back. Yeah.
Are you a man that considers yourself honorable?
Look, I feel like I'm getting pitched something. Whatever you're selling, I don't know if I'm going to buy. To be honest.
Vigil. And we're looking for a new recruit. And many people have.
It's gonna be a fib because no one told her about this, but
Several people have told us that you are strong and that you would be a good fit. So we were wondering if you would like to join. There's lots of good things about being a vigil. You get to see the world, you get gold, you get to become stronger because they teach you cool things. And you get to make some friends, and they make special cool magic items in the
I forget what the magic place is called. What is it?
they have a cool lab where they make cool stuff.
All right. Make a persuasion check.
At least it's you, not Baron.
I think Opal would be like that one reel of the lady nodding her head while the other guy's chopping like.
Yeah, I get that.
19.
19
Ooh.
says, wow. Well, not have much out here. Does sound pretty nice. There's a problem though, I can't leave. I got duty.
What do
Right now?
I just checked the bush.
It's gonna take me at least 30 minutes.
It's okay. We got a day or two.
Sick. I'll be back. I'm sorry, guys. No, that is not what he meant by duty. We all have them, but that's not the one he meant.
He comes back
No.
30 minutes.
But
I have another duty.
Yeah. I have something other than that I was talking about that is a responsibility of mine for the village.
what responsibility?
Well, it goes back a good ways. You could say it's kind of related to cultural things. Basically, I'm the last of the ones to kind of keep this village protected from a certain monster.
Oh.
It's actually a couple of them. I really don't fight them, but for some reason my sweat glands, and he like holds up his like pit, and you can just see he's got super bad like tacos with like little
Tacos?
Yeah, like super sweaty pits. Yeah, not tacos in his arms. No actual like pulls up. We're getting a little off track, but no, he's saying yeah. There's some my natural musk is a deterrent for these things, and so the village pays me to kind of walk through the area. And
throw rocks at you.
no, it's not usually this village that throws rocks at me.
Oh,
It's when I get close to like Chachanag.
I see.
Hate those guys.
How?
Well, you know what? You're in luck, because we are Vigils and we slay monsters.
Oh, sick. That's pretty
Right.
awesome.
So if we're able to get rid of this monster, you'll no longer have to. That requirement will no longer be there,
Sure. Yeah.
and you'll.
Great.
Okay. Baron
We-
here is a professional
we slay the
monster hunter.
We slay the monster, and then you join us.
Sounds good.
Take on it.
Yeah, I'm not much of a fighter, just so you know.
That's okay.
Wait, do you have any skills?
I can do this, and he like jumps 10 feet straight up in the air,
That's pretty good.
and he lands back on the ground.
Do you,
I can also do this, and he jumps like 20 feet longitudinally, and then jumps back.
do you know how to
Very sneaky.
use any weapons or?
I got a spear in my house.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be super helpful with these things, because I'll just walk around and you'll never find them if I'm close by. Because, you know, that's why I'm here, is to keep them away.
And what are the monsters?
Oh, I don't really know what they're called. They kind of look like, I don't know, like lobsters. They're kind of like on land.
All right.
Is it only you guys?
We got a few more. We can
Yeah,
go get
you
them.
Probably want some more. There's a couple of them.
Well, where are they?
So if you kind of head deeper into the woods a little bit, it's super far away. Like an hour. If you keep going deep into the jungle, you'll find a pool, and that's usually where they keep their house. I try to walk on this side of the pool, and that keeps them hunting on the other side. I think there's a good amount of them, so yeah, I'd be careful about that.
Well, why don't you wait here? We'll go get the rest of our group, and then we'll go take care of these beasts, these monsters, and
Yeah,
come back and get you.
cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I'd be watching out for them though. I've seen them mess some livestock up fairly good. I would not like to see what it does to one of you guys.
I'm not worried about it.
Go.
Right. We'll go back and get the rest of our party. We'll find them.
Yeah. I feel like kind of everything started around the same time. Opal, or not Opal, Elia and Adelaide. Was there anything that you guys wanted to do heading to the other village, or did you? We could probably say that either that happened and then you get back, or like before you left they got you. Just depending on if you guys want to have some things that you want to do.
Did you have anything specific, David?
Just kind of roleplay stuff, but nothing like that I actually wanted to go do. So
You can definitely still role play on your way back to past. I mean, it's super far away to walk, but it shouldn't be too bad. You think that if you go out and you come back, you might be back in time for the festivities tonight. So
Wasn't role play between just these two.
it's up to them.
I just didn't want them to get with a group and then not have that.
well, cool. Are we good to take over?
Yeah.
Shit. So we're walking back, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess that kind of turned out to be a bust.
But we gave it a good effort. So not a bust, just a learning experience.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I do have a question for you, Adelaide.
Yes?
So, what makes you want to believe in your god, I guess, or act in the manner of which your god wants you to act?
Oh, an interesting question. To be honest with you, this is actually something that I've been thinking about for myself these past couple of days. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I'm the perfect person to ask, even being a cleric. To be totally honest, I don't do the best job acting in accordance to the wills of Yalfa. But I do. I think that when it comes to religion, and when it comes to Yalfath, I know that his teachings and his power have such a great power to do good and to have such good good what's the word? I totally lost the word. But they have such a great power to do good and to reach people, to help them, to lift them up, to serve others. The teachings of Yalfath and they encourage people to look out for each other, to be good people, to look out for those that maybe don't have people looking out for them otherwise. So I think for most religious people, you want to follow the teachings of a god because it helps you to do good.
Okay. So, why? And it's just more because I don't know and I don't understand, but he would say your god is extremely powerful, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I guess he's strong enough to share his power with, like his clerics like you.
Yes.
Why doesn't he use that power to better the world?
Well, they were
Like,
supposed. Oh, like directly.
yeah, I just it's always been interesting to me that there's all these monsters and all of these evil things in the world that came about from, I guess, a battle between gods. And so did they just leave it for us to clean up the mess? Or I guess is there a higher purpose to it?
Brief study. Is there anything that's coming to mind?
Make a religion check. Are you proficient in religion?
I am.
Okay.
Proficient.
I was just
I'm
curious.
a cleric, McKay. I'm proficient in religion. 21.
21. So
This could also perhaps come from I have studied religion.
you have studied religion before, not necessarily just specifically Yalfav, but
like,
religion in general.
And both.
So, and this is something that may help, but prior to the time of the Paraxum, when basically the gods were separated from the world, it was very much part of that time that gods were very active in the lives of mortals. It's very fuzzy exactly what happened, But during that war between the usurper gods and the protector gods, it was believed that something happened. Maybe some people suggest maybe it was the protector gods realized that, if they won, it would be better off to take gods and put them more in a different plane, just because, their power level is just on a different scale than what you are on for normal mortals. And so it would be better to separate the two rather than having them still intermingling. And so part of why gods don't maybe have an active role is they do. It's just they have to work a little bit more around through people now with clerics and paladins. And even people who aren't clerics and paladins can, still push those wills of gods forward and helping do those things. Another reason could be that gods aren't quite as active anymore. It's believed that there is kind of that more sealed power between them, that there is kind of almost a barrier, a divine barrier between the realm of the gods and the realm of the mortals. And a lot of times people who follow gods believe that you go to that realm of the gods if you were to pass, and if you were to die, your spirit ends up kind of inhabiting the location where the god that you most followed or the ideology that you most followed would land you, if that makes sense. So usually it's kind of the idea if I am an evil person but I'm still lawful evil, I may find myself chilling with the devils. Whereas if I'm good, lawful, I might go to more of where the most of the gods dwell, or something along those lines. Or it's kind of the idea that this life kind of, and how you want to live and how you choose to live, will kind of determine the kind of place you'll end up next time in your next life. Does that make sense? Do you have any other questions? Because you rolled very good. So if there's any of those things for you, Adelaide, that right now aren't clicking, I can explain more.
I think for now that's probably good. Unless, well, I'm not going to pretend that I know all the answers, Elia, but I do know that the time that's been between the Praxum until now has been a very, very long time. And there was a time when, of course, gods were very involved in mankind and in this realm. But as you know, the gods are very, very, very powerful, and I imagine that it would be almost like maybe being the size that you are now, but trying to play in the dollhouse that your father custom built you when you were only 6 years old. It's a little bit too small for you. You can't really fit in the doorways, and as you try to set up your, play place, you can't really fit in it. You're making more of a mess than you intended to, and you can't really bring what you want to Vision because you're just simply too big to perhaps be that involved in all the details. And not to mention, your play wardrobe no longer fits because the wardrobe inside of your play house that your father built you is for 6-year-old clothes, and your 12-year-old clothes no longer fit anymore. And then you go through a little bit of a crisis because your mother says, "Why do you still want to play in the playhouse?" And you say, "Well, because it's mine, and I almost forgot that I had it. Now I remember that I had it, and I wish that I wasn't too big to play in it anymore." But the good news is that now you can give that space to your little 6-year-old cousins, and they can use that space, and you can tell them where all of your 6-year-old play wardrobe and where to put the tea set and arrange the furniture properly, because you can't quite fit in there to do it yourself.
I don't think I've never not understood, but understood so well.
That really did seem like it came from personal experience.
Same simplicity as, I mean, being a god is not something that we can comprehend. We know that they were here, and now we know that they belong to a realm that is surpassing our understanding. I don't think that they can come and function in this world the way that we can. And so, because they are at that point, I think that they need us worshippers and servants just as much as we need them to do their will and their work on this earth, on this realm. Maybe on other Earths. She's gonna kind of like space out with a little bit like existential crisis, a little bit. She's gonna like kind of like wrap it back in. And to be honest, Eli, I'm thankful that Yalthoth isn't here using his almighty power to do everything to protect all of the wanderers and the travelers and doing all those things himself, because it gives me an opportunity to be good. And I don't know if I would have had that opportunity to be good otherwise. Why do you ask?
Just I never understood. I guess to an extent why I was born a Vigil, or I guess into the Vigils. There's a lot that I wish I knew. I mean, you grew up in a house where your father built you a house for you to play in. And I grew up studying monsters and studying in a way defensive and offensive magic. And I never really understood if these all powerful gods exist and share their power, then why don't they just use that power to be rid of all the things that I guess harm or kill or I don't know. Just don't understand, I guess, is the main reason why I'm asking. Maybe if you're okay, you could set some time aside and teach me a little bit more about Yalthoth.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to. She's gonna like reach inside of her pocket and kind of like tap her little notebook that she's got. I would love to. And again, I don't have all the answers, but I'm in the process of learning as well.
That's fine. I don't expect you to have all the answers. I just, for lack of better words, don't understand why you and Ren believe so strongly in what you believe in. It doesn't make sense to me. I can I can understand Baron and his mindset, but yours and Ren's doesn't make as much sense to me.
As in, you don't understand why I believe that there is a god of the moon that has the power to protect the travelers of the world?
I don't understand why. This is going to sound super harsh, okay? And I don't mean it the way that I'm saying it, but I don't understand why you think he cares.
Well, if he cares enough to destroy the sun ceremony that I was preparing for 16 years in a single hour, and change the total course of my life, that is quite interesting. That there is an all-powerful being, or very powerful being, that finds someone that's just trying to... I don't know. I haven't always worshipped Yalthoth. I was on the path to being a cleric for Bogdan. I was there at the sun ceremony, and it was to be a time when I would, recite my oaths and go on to become what my grandfather had been, and so many before me. Suddenly everything goes still, and then it goes black, and then it goes light. And then I remember being spoken to and being told that I was to serve Yalthoth instead. I was instructed that I should train to become a protector of those that traveled, and those that wandered, and those that had nothing. And then I woke up, and I was glittering. My already beautiful hair was even more beautiful. And it really did ruin everything, because if I would have known that my complexion would have changed so drastically, I would have planned a different outfit. This is a roundabout way of me saying that that's a very strange thing for a god to care about, but he cared about me. And he wanted me to be a cleric and someone that would use his powers for good on this realm. So I think that I have a different perspective of that. Maybe he cares a little bit too much, a little bit too specifically. But I do know that Yalthoth is involved in this realm. That he sees people and he wants to protect them. And I do not know too much about his realm. Perhaps that's something that we could explore together. But I do know that he's aware of this realm, and I do know that he wants the people that worship him to be protected. And I do know that he cares. Just as much as I know that the god Bogdan cares that laws are being followed, and he rewards those that follow his laws.
I have a lot more questions, but I don't want to, I guess, talk your ear off and I guess make you uncomfortable. But I would like to talk about it more, if that's okay with
Yes.
you, maybe some other time, or you could probably see Alaya is visibly frustrated. I don't know. I don't think Alaya would be hiding it, but you would see Alaya is visibly frustrated. So yeah, no, it looks like we're just about back. So I appreciate you talking to me about it.
Do you have a specific experience with a god or religion that has caused you to have some doubt?
I doubt the goodness of their intentions.
Oh. No, that's interesting. Let's definitely continue talking about this.
About this point, you'd see your party members walking towards you.
Adelaide's pulling out her notebook as everyone's gathering, and she's frantically
Why does Elmo care?
What are we doing?
Come on, we're going. Gotta go kill something.
We met a frog guy, and he wants to join the Vigils, but he can't until we kill the person he's protecting the village from. I guess it's not a person; it's a monster. But
We're gonna kill some crabs.
crabs, and
Yeah,
then we're gonna have food.
Big lobstery things, and then Elias gonna cook us up some.
Adelaide's going up to Pablo's bag. She's like pulling out galoshes. Like,
Yeah, it's like you're going. Hold on, crawdad hunting. Yeah.
the crawfish.
Yeah. So for expedience and for brevity of time, as you guys travel, you make your way to this spot that you guys that he had told you about.
Question.
This, yes.
Time would it be now?
Now it's probably around 7.
Late.
Or wait, no, it'd be probably about 5:30.
Starts at 7.
And it probably starts around 7.
Good.
So
We got this.
you'll be able to make it back.
Quick, easy trip.
So
Unless someone gets possessed again and tries to kill us.
with that, speaking of possession, I need everyone to, no.
I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
No, I do not need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw, but I do
35.
I need everyone to listen as I describe the scene. That's what I need. So what you guys see is right now is kind of right before the sunset. You remember that color I was talking about, Adelaide, for a dress? Now you can see what she was picturing as the sunset is beautiful. The sky has turned shades of like almost like a light baby blue with bright red and oranges mixed. It's kind of that peach color that you were talking about. And it's lit up the sky, though it can be a little bit hard to see as you guys like you can see it through the path as you can see above the tree line, but as you continue walking you can see that it's sloping down and the terrain is getting muddier and kind of more of that swampy. You see large root collections that you'd see kind of spindling large overhanging trees, short palms that only stick up probably about like 2 feet, then fan out into these large giant fronds. The path you're on is made out of cobblestone. Every single one of them is slick with moss, and it's kind of almost a little harder to walk on. You almost wish that you could go back to the mud moss because at least you didn't feel like you were sliding on every precarious rock. The path kind of abruptly ends here, and you can see what looks to be some low-hanging water kind of out here. The smell of kind of rotting plant fibers mixed with rotting something kind of hits your nose with a little bit of a sting. You can hear like the incessant whine of bugs kind of prevailing in here. The just the quiet zzz, as you sit at the end of the path that kind of ends out towards this swamp.
You said that we were looking for crab things.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Do we see any crab things?
You don't really see any right now.
I'll keep walking forward, I guess.
How are you guys walking? Just are you like kind of romping out through the water? Or
One at a time.
one at a time?
Is
You're
it,
not
in,
just
is it
jumping?
in the water or what is this?
Yeah, so the path kind of led down to kind of almost like the bank. And in front of you is water. You could walk along the side of this kind of pond that he was talking about. You could try walking
it's a
out
pond.
into it. It's not, I would say a pond is a
Swamp?
loose term. It's a swamp, but there in this spot of it, it's got some standing water. It's hard to tell. Probably deepest it gets is about 5 feet, maybe 10 at the center, and it's fairly large. It's not like it's like a tiny little pond. It's probably, you can see on the other side where it looks like it starts sloping up, maybe 300, 200 feet across, just from these looking between these trunks of trees sticking out of the water.
Should I scout ahead?
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll toss like a kind of also like a good stone or something if I can find some. Just toss it into the water.
Yeah.
I'll kind of tentatively walk in Pinky scouting ahead.
Yeah, people for that ahead.
Okay, Pinky, how are you scouting out?
Well, I'm moving stealthily, kind of through the tops of the trees, looking.
Okay.
It's like crab people, so just looking more on like the ground and the water,
I'd like you to do both a stealth check and a
Okay.
perception check. Do stealth first.
All right. Okay. Not too bad. That's a 12.
Okay.
And you said perception?
Yep.
That's an 11. Feeling quite worthy today.
Okay. And so you said you're staying at the tops of the trees, right?
Yes.
You're kind of just up in the branches looking down as you're scouting through. So a little bit more towards the center, you would notice what looks to be a fairly large form kind of swimming through the muck. It's kind of hard to say, but it looks like a very large lobster, though its skin is less red and more kind of a greenish color. You can see its like chitinous armor folds, and it's probably about a couple inches under the water. As you fly around, you can see that as you get close, it kind of stops where it's going, and it turns around, and it almost kind of just faces in your direction, kind of just sits there for a second underneath the water. You'd see what looks to be one singular, almost looks like kind of the tail of a snake, just slowly creeps out of the water, kind of waving back and forth, kind of testing the air. It slowly kind of starts swimming kind of towards your general direction.
Okay. So it's the only thing I'm seeing. It's the only crab-like thing I'm seeing, right?
Thus far, yes.
Thus far. Okay. All right.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I think Pinky will. She's pretty certain that it's on her. So she's just gonna move as fast as she can back to her group.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight it alone.
That makes sense. Yeah. You start moving back towards your group. Your perception was 11, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
You would notice one other join this as it. They seem to be following. You can kind of keep an eye on them.
Mm.
They're heading back towards your group.
I think he will. I don't know, when she gets close to where the party, like within, not shouting distance, but like where she can, talk to them loudly. She's gotta warn them. I got some lobsters on my tail. Be ready.
As you start talking, as they get a little bit closer, you'd see the two kind of, for a second, kind of separate and sink a little bit deeper into the water. Not to where you could see them. I'd like everyone to roll initiative, just as you guys are prepared and ready to fight. I would like to start off with that.
5,
You
baby.
forgot to give yourself advantage.
Wait, I give Kyle advantage.
And with that advantage, I will roll. Oh my gosh. 9.
Good thing you got advantage.
I lied. 10. See, I forgot that 3 plus 7 is 10, not 9. Okay, the worst is if I didn't have advantage, I would have gotten one less because I rolled a 6 and then a 7.
Nice. Okay, so 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
17.
15?
15. Yeah.
17.
I got a 16.
Well, I got a 19. I mean,
Oh,
I got
no.
a 19.
Yeah, I got a 16.
So, Baron, Alaya, what'd you get?
19.
You got 19? Well, why didn't you say so?
I did. 3 times.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I did. Take it home.
Opal, Baron, Alaya, Pinky. All right, 15 to 10.
Different.
10 to 5.
No.
10 to 5, Moss?
No,
Oh,
this is
yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you already put me down. 9. Or, sorry, 10.
Adelaide got 5.
5.
Cool. Adelaide pulling up the rear.
This is what
That's
we call
everyone, right?
a good start.
I usually like to go near the beginning so I can get everyone their 10 hit points in, but apologies, you guys.
Okay. All right. So, to start off with, Ben, you were first.
No, I shouldn't be first.
Opal, you were first.
What you say?
Yeah. These creatures, you can see kind of where they went down into the water, not too far away.
Wait,
The water will be difficult terrain. Basically, anything but the path will probably be difficult terrain, so your movement speed will be halved. So you know.
Is anybody in the water right now? No.
I wasn't I? Didn't I
Yeah,
say
you
that? I was like,
He stepped out a couple.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Spaces.
So I almost imagine you just like 5 feet.
yeah, not super far, but
Baron,
yeah,
you okay with the little shock?
sure.
Right, I figured. Okay. Opal would like to Thunder smite the water.
Thunderous smite the water. How big of an area of effect would that cover?
Looking it up.
It wouldn't. It doesn't have an area effect right now.
It's a concentration. I have to hit with a melee weapon attack. So I have to use my axe.
Your javelins.
Those aren't melee.
You could use them. You could stab someone with a javelin,
Throw a javelin.
but you can't throw it. You have to use it as a melee weapon. It's semantics right there.
Come on. Thunder.
Yeah. So I'm trying to decide how big of an area of effect this would be. I would like you to do. I know the spell. I'd like you to do maybe a religion check,
Are they even
or
close to us yet?
probably about 30 feet out from where it is. Are you going to move up to where Baron is, or are you just going to be from here and smack it?
Ace is up.
Yeah, I just want I want you to know this may not catch them in your area of effect.
No. But I just want to electrocute the water.
Sure. I would like you to do do a religion check, or maybe another maybe actually do a spell roll, a spell attack roll, to see how well you are able to kind of send out your reach for this.
What dice would I roll for
D20
that?
and add your spell attack modifier.
It's next to a very high number. It's a 4.
Yes, sounds good. As you smack the water, I'd like you to roll your Thunder Smite damage.
Very depressing. It's a
2d6.
2. 8.
8 points of damage. Baron, I need you to take 8 points of damage. It doesn't seem like the range that you're hoping to get this is as far as you want it to be.
To electrocute the water.
The water, it will send out an immediate shock and then dissipate into the water. So it's not like it's now sitting there.
No, I know.
So, you did a good job hurting Baron. So,
Or did I hurt the other one?
you don't know. You don't see him.
Okay.
So maybe.
Yep. It also sends a big old boom in the thing.
Yes.
Big old sound boom.
Yeah. Next up.
I have
Okay. Sorry.
alright. Now that I shocked it a little bit and seemed like, well, that didn't go as well as I thought. I'll just walk to where Baron is and be like, you good?
Fine.
You're always fine. See, everything's fine. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna throw a javelin to the last place I remember seeing them.
Roll an attack roll.
Oh. They're not a fiend, right?
They are not.
Okay, so that wouldn't work anyways. Alright.
I mean, depending on what you're trying to do.
Well, I was gonna see like, oh yeah, I could use divine sense, but I don't think it'd work. Okay. Javelin is a 17.
17 to hit. Roll for damage.
Whee!
Technically hasn't taken its turn, so it hasn't moved.
Is 7 points of damage.
Okay. All right. Baron, it is your turn.
Great.
You see this javelin and it's kind of like slowly moving. It looks like it's moving towards you.
Thanks for the marker, Opal. I will run forward 10 feet.
Okay.
10 feet.
It's
And
probably about 15 feet out from where you're at right now.
15 feet out.
As it's
I don't think I'd have that much movement if it's half speed, right?
Well, it was like 30 feet from the dock. You'd already moved out 5. You moved 10. There's 15 feet more.
So I'd have another.
You have 5 more feet.
5 more feet. So, yeah, that's still not close enough for anything. Okay. I'll move 10 feet out, and I will hold my ground, and I'll hold my action.
Okay. What are you holding your action for?
For when they get within my whip's range.
So you're just doing 2
Just
normal attacks with the whip.
Just my whip. I'll have my knife ready, but I'll just hold my.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next up is Elia.
Elia. Hi, sir. So, how many of them are there? Did you say there was 3 or 2?
You saw Pinky saw 2.
Pinky saw 2. Would
Pinky caught-
Elias see them?
Elias sees the one that's marked. The other one submerged itself deeper into the water, and so it cannot be seen right now, unless
Okay.
you can see in water.
I
That's kind of murky.
definitely can't see in water. So, I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt to try and hit it.
Okay, definitely.
Does a 26 hit?
26 will definitely hit.
All right. Let's see. Okay, that is. Give me una segundo por. Oh crap! That was one too many d6s. Ha! Let me reroll that. Okay. 29 points of damage, and I can
Woo!
tell you what type of damage if you would like.
Please.
It will be. Well, do lightning damage.
Okay. Yeah, so with that 29 points. Oh, that was just then. No. 36 points of damage thus far. Good job, guys. Yeah, that's hurting a little bit. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Elia?
I think for now. Oh, actually, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna try and telekinetically pull it towards Baron. So it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
And then I will try.
It got a 19.
Passes.
Yes.
See, pretty strong.
All right. Would you guys like music during this fight?
Yes. You could even just do the regular music. It doesn't have to be the super intense stuff.
There we go.
Turn it up a little bit. All right. Next up, Pinky, it's your turn.
Okay. So, Pinky. Okay, so everyone has been targeting one of the.
Yes.
Okay, I want to target the other one.
You do not see it as of now since it's submerged itself.
Oh, then forget it. I'm gonna target the one that I can see.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And no one is currently by it, right? The telekinetic shove was.
No one's within 5 feet of it.
Cool. Just wanted to double check that. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot it with my short bow and then I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Awesome.
Ugh. 9.
Oh no!
9 will not hit.
I didn't think so.
As you shoot down and you're into the water and you see your arrow go, "Ping." It seems like the current of the water bent it out of shape.
Cool. Roll to hide then.
Okay, roll your hide check.
Natural 20.
Nice, good job. That's awesome. Okay, with that, is the first one's turn. The one that is approaching you. So, Baron, what do you see as you kind of run up and you see this not harpoon, but this javelin kind of moving through the water, snaking towards you. You'd see it kind of dip low, and then you see this large crash of water kind of come up as this creature right here reveals its ugly nose towards you. As it comes up, that little snake thing you saw, you realize is one of its tentacles. It was smelling the air for you, Pinky. It's going to come up right towards you. Make your held action attacks as it counts. Right. Crashing out of the water. You see these two large razor sharp claws coming towards you.
19.
19?
Yep.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, this is my first attack. That's going to be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. That is good.
And then this will be my second attack. Nat 1. Boo.
That will not hit.
That will not hit. I think that's all I can
That's
do.
all you can do.
I can't save a bonus action.
Yeah. So as it crashes at you, get one slash right across its kind of softer carapace, hitting it on one of its, 6 legs. The other one kind of comes out and hits it kind of in the center of its skull, just right off the keratin armor. It's going to crash down towards you, and it's going to make an attack towards you. Will a 24 hit?
Yeah. 24 will hit.
That would be
Wow, dice. Just kidding. That's only 2.
right. That'll be 13 points of damage. As you see one of these large pincers grabs down onto you, right around your torso and squeezes your chest. That'll be bludgeoning damage, just so you know. And you are now grappled as it has reached itself around you.
Love being grappled.
It's going to take its other pincer towards you, Opal, and try to hit you. Will
Opal is like 15 feet behind me.
Oh, that's okay. It moved 15, like the 15 feet to you. It still has 15 feet worth of movement.
Does it slow down now that it's grappled?
It's a large creature.
Okay.
I don't know if it would necessarily be slowed by.
I'm just trying to double check.
Yeah, it's definitely a large. It's like horse size.
Big creature.
Big creature. So it'll continue going forward, and it'll also kind of come towards you.
Let's see, Opal.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 19 plus that 25 to hit. So that hit.
Right.
You will take max damage. Oh, that'll be 18 points of damage. You are also grappled by its other closet, and both of you are being held. It will then use its tentacles on you, Baron, as it kind of reaches and right on your head.
Look, I'm not really into this.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You. Are you kidding me? Another nat 1.
You are poisoned for the next minute, which means that you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Just so you know.
Okay.
You are also paralyzed until the poison ends.
Oh.
You can repeat the saving throw on the end of each of your turns.
Okay.
Any effect on yourself with a success. Just so you know. With that is the end of its turn. Mox, you are up.
All right. Moss is gonna do what all great druids do, because I can see it, right?
You can see it.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on it. Actually, give us all advantage.
Awesome.
So I need it to make a dex save.
Yeah, for sure. It got a 7.
It fails miserably.
Yes. Do realize though, it's grappled both Opal and Baron. They are also in that 20-foot cube, since they're in kind of taking up the same space.
It's okay. It's Baron, so if Baron also
I would
dies.
like both of you guys to
I
make
failed it automatically.
yeah. Automatically just because of your grapple. Or...
I'm paralyzed.
Oh yeah, you are paralyzed. Opal, I need you to make a check. See if you are a dexterity saving throw.
And at 20!
Nat 20.
Which is a 19! My first nat 20 with new dice.
Nice. Good. Happened in the first session with them. That's a good sign.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, so you pass, I'm assuming, with a nat 20 with your for dexterity.
It's a 19.
Yeah,
That
19.
passes.
So, Opal, you are not under the effect of fairy fire, but you know this troll and also Baron are. So, just keep that in mind.
What is your number?
Okay. With that, it's the second troll's turn.
Yeah, I'll check.
You're saying Chull?
Yes. As it is going to, the one that hit itself is going to crash past the other one. It kind of came around from the side and is heading towards Elia and Adelaide on the bank. Down by the banks.
Thank you.
And also, I guess, Moss. Just so you guys know. It doesn't have enough movement speed to quite get with a roundabout way all 30 feet to you. It's about 5 feet away from you. It's going to dash the rest of the way and get right next to you. With that,
What is visible to everyone?
it is visible to everyone.
Good.
Adelaide, it's your turn.
Like guiding bolt on him.
Which one? The one that just came
The
up
one
right
that's
next to you?
like chasing.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 will definitely hit.
You. Please take it. 46 Wow.
46?
You wish it was
46.
46.
4. Um, 14. 19.
19 points of damage.
Thanks.
That's pretty good. And the next attack on this one has advantage from guiding bolt. Okay.
And then can she kind of like pull back away from it?
Definitely, it will get an opportunity attack on you.
I'd like to. No, just kidding. Yeah, she'll stay there then, I guess.
Perfect. With that, we're to the top of the round with Opal.
I would like to use a health potion.
Yeah, that's a bonus action for you.
Yeah.
Definitely, you can.
What do I roll to heal?
It'll be 2d4 plus 4. I think.
Hey, buy one.
Sure. Here you go.
Okay.
So if you guys also are just planning on doing an average attack with one of your spells or anything like that, you can, I think for this combat, since it's we're doing it a little bit faster, definitely you can roll out for beforehand. If you are trying to do something that's a little bit more specific, then just wait for your turn and we can talk about it.
Okay.
Baron, you are up next, just so you know.
So go ahead and hold it and stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you want to go a little early, you can roll.
We
like
did
what
with
you-
Mitch.
Yeah, what we did with Mitch.
Yeah.
Opal would like to.
How many hit points did you get back?
I got back 9.
That's half of the damage you took.
I'd like to break the grapple.
Yeah, you can definitely break the grapple. That would be either a strength or a dexterity saving throw. Is it saving throw for breaking grapples?
No,
No,
I think it's just a check.
You can use acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah, my bad.
Very good grapple.
What they said.
Much
Yeah.
better. Ooh, all right. Okay. Athletics check is a 19.
So I imagine like you take your axe, you stick it in between you, and you kind of just press your way out of this clamped down claw. You're able to get yourself free. I would say that was probably one of your attacks to break the grapple.
I know, that's what I thought.
But you do have one more.
Yes. All right. Can I was up there with Baron. How is Baron looking?
Baron looks like
Is
he's
he-
like
Can I talk as paralyzed?
paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. So no.
Speak. Incapacitated, I think they can speak. They just can't take actions.
Yeah, you can't take
Paralyzed,
actions or
yes.
reactions, but you can't speak.
You look like you're pale, like a little like.
He looks like he
near
is like
death.
he's like non-responsive. His eyes are like dilating at different rates and stuff like that. Whatever those tentacles did to his head, it's not looking good.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Would be using the scroll be an action? A scroll of hideous laughter?
I think that would be Tasha's Sidious Laughter. I'm not sure if that's a bonus action.
It's an action.
If it's an action, then you'd have to wait for your turn to do that.
Okay. I'm not going to. If I moved, would it get an opportunity attack?
Probably yes. I mean, you're right next to it and you do have an axe. You could just try hitting it.
I know, but I'm also really weak.
You pretty widow.
Laying on hands is an action. I know that. So I will use my healing for myself. And get me up to that one. Okay. That's all I can do. I was
Are you-
trying to get a gauge of if Baron was dying, but all I got was, oh, he's drooling.
I mean, he's fine-ish for the end of his turn, and then it won't be.
Baron,
Jesus,
what's your roll?
11.
11. Okay. With an 11, you did not break
what I
the
figured.
poison. You are still paralyzed.
Is it disadvantage to roll that, or no? I don't think so.
I'm not going to call it disadvantage.
Because it's just a saving throw. It's not.
Yeah,
check.
incapacity doesn't change how you are for saving throws. It changes for
Incapacitated or paralyzed? Paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
both of them.
Oh.
Incapacitated is where you can take action. Poisoned doesn't make saving throws disadvantaged. So you kind of have three different things going on for you.
I have a lot of things going on right now.
Poisoned, paralyzed.
It's
that's
fine. We're fine. We're not fine.
Yeah.
We're not fine.
Hey, Elia, it's your turn. You got one that just kind of came up right next to you guys.
Sorry, is Opal still grappled?
I am not.
You're
Opal
not.
is not grappled anymore.
But-
Baron is.
Would Opal like to be moved?
I think Baron would. But would that take the monster with it?
No.
Alright. I think Baron would.
Would you?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it either.
Cool. Then
Oh, I know. Makes sense why you wouldn't do Baron because last time you got killed.
I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't think about that. But no, I am going to cast Vortex Warp, and I'm going to twin it.
Ooh,
Let's go, David. Elia. Let's go.
Rolling Opal and Baron back to the dock, I'm assuming.
Back to the dock, a little bit behind us.
So you're like 10 feet past, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's great. Perfect.
Then I'm going to bonus action and try and telekinetically shove the one 5 feet away.
The one that's right next to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. He needs to make a strength saving throw. He gets 22.
Ah, dang it. Yeah, he passes.
Yeah. All right. As this troll over there who had Baron, he disappears and he goes. As it just starts like screeching. Pinky, it's your turn.
Cool. Pinky is going to pop out of her hiding spot, take a shot at the one who had Baron. For a 24 to hit.
Nice.
24 will definitely hit.
For 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Nice.
And then she's going to meld back into the trees with a 23 to hide.
Yeah. That is great. Perfect. Okay. Next up is the first troll, the one that had Baron. Seeing that its prey has been taken, it's not too happy. It will move the 15 feet towards the dock, looking for its next victim. Who would say was probably closest? I think it's both. Of the three of you, it's either Moss, Adelaide, or Elia.
Roll a dice.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Oh, okay.
We'd be on the edge of our seats.
One of its attacks will go towards you, Adelaide. And the other one will go towards Moss.
You
For
didn't get my
Adelaide,
bet.
it rolls a natural one. As it goes. And then it's. For Moss, though, it gets a nat 20.
Oh my
Let me roll your lingering effect as well.
Chase, did you not just get my Venmo money? You're supposed
I
to
did not.
switch. You're supposed to switch the 1 and the 20.
I did not get that. I should have, though. Remind me. Let me roll for damage. So double the die. So you will take 18 points of damage, and by way of your lingering effect, give me 1 second.
Nothing happens.
You are grappled by this grab. You feel your bones kind of crush underneath you, and as it's kind of searing your flesh, you feel a sharp scar run from like kind of your cheekbone down kind of your throat to your chest. You have gained a minor scar. It has no adverse effects, but magical healing of 6th level or higher, such as heal or regenerate, can remove the scar.
So that's not coming off for a while. I did roll for concentration and I got a 17.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, plus my con, so 19, but yeah.
Scar. I
Yeah.
like that.
Cons 19. I need you to also make a Constitution saving throw again, as it's going to tentacle you because you were grappled, and you can do that. As it grabs you and pulls you into its.
That's a nasty one.
Ooh. 18, I think.
18 will pass as you are able to kind of put your hands up and try to, as you're stopping the bleeding, your hand goes completely numb as this poison tentacles lap all over it. But you aren't paralyzed. Your whole body doesn't go paralyzed.
Okay.
Okay, Moss, it is now your turn. You are grappled, but you are the choice. You're the person that chooses your own destiny.
That's right. Moss is not going to let this grappling. So Moss is going to how hurt does this crabby thing look?
It's about mid.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my symbiotic entity. It's gonna go off my halo of spores.
Okay.
And so because of that, at the beginning of its turn, just remind me it will have to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
So that will be my action. I also get some temporary hit points. So I'm just adding those real fast.
You are good.
Okay. So that will be the action. And then for a bonus action, I'll use my bonus action just to stab him with my offhanded weapon.
Sure. Give that thing a little nick.
And it's still got advantage, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so does an 18 hit? And that is just like straight roll.
An 18 will hit.
Okay. Nice. So let's start adding up the damage. So
I
that's
don't
gonna.
necessarily know if you'd have had disadvantage with being grappled. I don't think
I
grappling.
think you do.
I'm trying to read your speed becomes 0.
Oh, you're right.
I think grapple doesn't.
Maybe your speed just
impede.
becomes 0.
I don't think grappled impedes you being able to make attacks.
Okay.
So you can roll with advantage if you'd like and see if you get the nat 20.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Gosh dang it, I got an 18 again. Whatever.
You definitely hit. How much damage?
Okay, so that's gonna be 3 plus 3, so 7 plus 4, 11.
11 points of damage.
One second. And then I'm just making sure.
Does your symbiotic relationship do anything?
That's what I'm looking for real fast.
Pretty sure it does a little more damage with that.
Yep, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, one more. What was that? 11 plus 3, 14. So 14 points of damage.
Awesome. 14 points of damage.
Yep, and 3 that's necrotic. I don't know if it matters. But...
Well, I'm grateful that you told me anyways.
Okay.
With that, it is the second troll's turn, which is right next to it.
Is it within 10 feet of me?
It is. It needs to make a Constitution save.
Yeah, have it make a con save.
It got a 10.
It fails.
Perfect.
And it's going to take 11 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
That is awesome.
Yep. I forget Halo of Spores is always active. Oops. And then the symbiotic entity just doubles the damage.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Nice.
Which
That's good.
I need to be better at remembering that.
Yeah, that does definitely make a difference. 11 points of damage is big.
Yep.
Yeah. It is its turn. You are grappled, so it's not going to go after you. It's going to go after Adelaide and Elia. Since Opal and Baron are a little bit back. Against Adelaide, that will be an 11.
That misses, right?
That should miss.
Does miss.
Against Elia, that is a 16.
I'm gonna use my reaction and cast Shield.
Okay. As one, again, swing and miss, Adelaide dipping and diving, it maybe like it grabs onto your shield and you're able to kind of push it off. Elia, you see one coming right for your, kind of like your leg. It's going to go for your ankle. You're able to cast shield right before it deflects its claw off of you. Adelaide, it's your turn.
She is going to wait. So is Opal still low health? No,
Um,
it's you who's low health.
I'm not that low.
Oh,
I'm like
then.
mid.
So probably just you're half health. Okay. She will. Is the other guy still close enough for her to like with a sword?
It just
Yeah, both of them are right next to you.
Okay, so I'll go after the one that I hit with the bolt earlier. With the sword.
With the stone?
Was an 18 hit?
18 will
Plus-
definitely hit.
plus all your other things.
I think this is the first attack against this one, so you could roll with advantage as well from your own thing.
Mhm.
It only took damage from the
What do you mean advantage?
her guiding bolt.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, you should have advantage on it.
so do I roll again?
Yeah, roll again and take the higher number. See if you get.
Good.
Yeah, no, you're good.
And then that will be a. This is the 8, right? 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. You know, it's better than no points of damage.
Because we didn't get a full rest.
no, we didn't.
Oh.
We were fully rested up.
Yeah, they've been like 2 days since that.
A little like so.
You're still.
Well, so I got minus 18 for the first one, and then I healed 9 back. So,
Yeah.
No.
Alright, I will save that.
Perfect. Next up is Opal. It's your turn.
I know what I want to do, but let me do some math real quick. So hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on, friends.
I'm holding.
You're both still visible, right?
Opal would equip her shield, which is an action. And then she will go to smack him.
Which one are you smacking?
The one I'm next to.
You're not next to any of them yet. You would have to walk up a little bit. No, but you got teleported by Alana.
Yes. Alright.
You want to smack the one that is in
the
front
one
of Adelaide, or the one that's holding Moss?
holding Baron.
No,
Moss.
Baron's right next to you on the ground going,
The one closest to me.
okay, that's going to be the one that Adelaide is facing. I'd like you to roll your attack.
We rolled it in advance.
That's good.
Yes. I got a 18.
18. 18 will definitely hit.
And the damage is 10.
10 points of damage. Good job.
Ooh.
Do you have another attack that you'd like to do?
That's all I can do because I equipped with my shield and
Um,
unless you're suddenly switching the rules that I can put as a bonus of my shield.
have you had,
Unequipped before.
if you didn't have it equipped at the beginning of your turn, like at the beginning of combat, you can choose whether you want your shield out and your axe out.
Wow.
And that's just how it goes for that combat. And then you have to take your bonus action to switch it.
Okay. So it's a bonus action to take it off.
I mean, it's a free action just to like drop it, but to get it out,
Okay.
there's some rules here that we need to kind of clear up. I feel like,
Okay.
and maybe I need to do a little bit of checking. I would allow you to do 2 attacks though right now.
Alright. Opal will mentally imagine it so vividly, but do nothing
Don't hit.
because I got a nat 1.
That's not gonna hit. That's okay. Baron, what was your
Nat 20.
nat 20?
Yep.
You and you're not paralyzed anymore.
I'm not paralyzed.
Is the end of your turn
Full
though?
of poison. I can action search.
You could.
I can action search. I'm gonna action search. Do I have movement?
You wouldn't. I don't think you
I don't
would.
think I would.
Do you want an action search still?
If that's the case, I need to get to Moss. He's in trouble. I will. I won't because I can't get to Moss.
Yeah.
With that, and I'll just as I kind of come back to it, I'll just breathe heavy for a second, and then kind of look at what's going on, and Elia, what's the best way to declaw one of these things?
Crush it.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. Elian, is your turn.
How close am I to the one right in front of me?
5 feet.
5 feet, you say?
Yes. You're right next to Opal as well, just so you know. You're like in between Adelaide and Opal.
So, then what I am going to do is need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving throw. That is a 9.
A 9. You will fail this dexterity saving throw. Just so you know, I am casting Silicone's Snowball Swarm. 11, and then plus an additional 5 would be 16 points of damage, my good sir.
This is the one right in front of you, correct?
Yeah. It's a 5-foot sphere. And then that would be it.
Okay. Just that much damage. 16 points.
16, my good shot.
Okay. Good deal. He gets a little cold and gets hit by a couple snowballs and doesn't like it. That's for sure. Pinky, it's your turn.
Okay. Vicky will once again move, draw her bow back, and shoot at the one with fairy fire on it.
Okay.
For a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Getting it up there.
And then she will meld back into the tree with a 19 high.
19.
Good job, guys!
Moral support. Next up is the troll holding you, Kyle. Or I should say Moss. It's going to do an attack towards Adelaide.
So at start of its turn, it's got to make a
It needs to
concept.
roll Constitution saving throw.
I think it's nice.
It got 16.
Yeah, it passes. And so since it passes, it takes no damage.
Takes no damage. It's going to do an attack towards Adelaide. Adelaide will 14 hit you. It'll do another attack towards you. That one will be not good enough either, as it's an 8. It, for some reason, cannot hit you. But that's okay.
Maybe it's the alpha.
It is going to pull back. Adelaide, you'd be the only one. You get an opportunity attack against it.
I'll probably go with the lungs. Actually,
You will have to use a normal weapon. I do not think you have the feat that would allow you to use a spell for your
Okay.
thing.
do and then
Okay.
there's a 19 hit.
19 will definitely hit.
And I roll my 8. I just rolled a 1
Plus
3.
3. Okay. That is not enough.
Dang it.
It looks very hurt, but it is still alive. It is going to retract 30 feet, submerge itself into water. Just so you know, Moss, you are also underneath water, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, man.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh wait, no, that was a D6.
As it moves back and submerges itself, it's going to in the water.
I got an 11.
That will fail. You are paralyzed and poisoned
Well,
And in the wall.
and in the water.
this is awkward. And so the dancing lights will go. They'll turn off.
Say that again.
Or the
Fairy fire.
fairy fire. Thank you. Advantage is gone.
Yes. As well as it submerged itself into the water a little bit. Attacks against it will be at disadvantage. Just so you know, Pinky.
Okay.
Just because it's hard to see now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moss, it's your turn. You can make that Constitution saving throw again at the end of your turn.
All right, let's make it because that's all I can do. 7.
You are still failing, so you are still paralyzed.
Well,
Here's an interesting question for you all. If you are paralyzed, do you have the ability to hold your breath?
nope.
I don't think so.
Okay. How big is your Constitution saving, or what's your Constitution modifier?
Oh, minutes.
My Constitution modifier is a 2.
So it's a 2. So he can't hold his breath, which means that he doesn't have minutes. He has rounds. 2 rounds, technically, until he drowns and starts making death saving throws.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Sounds good. And that was round 1, right?
I have a question. Is your
Spores.
spores still up? Does that continue?
I believe it does. Like they're not a. It's like being an animal. Like they're still active.
Are they active even if you're incapacitated? Because you are technically incapacitated right now.
I think okay. I have to look at wild shape because it's the same idea of wild shape. Like if you're in wild shape and you get incapacitated, you still retain the animal form, correct?
I don't think you do.
Definitely check that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
look it up and double check it.
I definitely, it will make probably the biggest difference to whether you live or die. I will say that. So
Wild shape.
we need to know how that works if you're incapacitated. Because it makes sense to me, like if you are knocked out or something like that, like if you fall to 0 hit points, that it would stop working, which is kind of how wild shape works, but I'm not sure if that's how it works with incapacitation as well. So just check that for me.
Yeah,
The second
incapacitation.
The second troll that's still next to Adelaide, Opal, and Alaya is going to attack Alaya first.
Gosh.
That I'm rolling pretty bad tonight. That's a 10.
Oh no, that doesn't hit.
That's okay. It's going to attack again.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh, guys, that was a nat 1.
Yes!
Yoy. No, it does not.
It should.
I mean, if you want to, we could play with that rules, but that would also mean that your nat 1s would have to hurt yourselves as well.
No.
We don't play that ruling right now, so. Though,
No, I think his thing stays up. I only see unconscious, not incapacitated.
sounds
Yep.
good.
Yep, I stay up. I looked it up. Incapacitated just means I can't use actions or reactions.
Okay, that's more than fine. It's not one of those. You're doing good.
Nice.
You're still underwater and
Yep.
paralyzed, but you have a way of doing damage, which is important. Adelaide, it is your turn.
Lightning bolt. It's the little dude that's next to her.
Guiding bolt? Yeah, definitely make an attack roll.
19!
That'll
Does
hit.
that count even though it's off the table? Should I reroll?
It's up to you.
I mean,
Keep it.
it's how you roll.
I think she just rolls to roll.
Yeah, so I don't.
I'm very specific with I keep mine on my mat. If it rolls off,
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it was like under a 5, I would probably re-roll it.
So probably re-roll it then. If your personal rules are if it falls on the ground, you re-roll it, then you should always re-roll it, even if it's good.
My code recently and my entire time playing D&D is if it rolls off the table and it's under 5, then I re-roll.
We should change that. That's not how this game should work.
but we keep it for this combat.
No,
We change it next time.
I feel conflicted, so should I just?
if you would do that, you should be like it's either always or none. You can take it this time,
But then
but just
always have to.
you always have to. If it rolls off the table,
It's
you will
flat.
take it.
It's not even. It's like a straight 19.
Sure, that's
Take it.
fine.
I'm taking.
Like
it.
It's different between being cocked on the floor and just
It's
being
not.
good on the floor.
And it's good on the floor.
Then you always have to be, for whenever it rolls on the floor, that's what you're going to take.
Deal. And
Even if it's
he's
under
around and
Sure. Hey, Hayes! Roll. Get on there.
yeah, roll.
We don't.
Take 46 points of damage.
Yes, he does.
2, 7,
That's pretty good.
13.
Yeah,
No,
with
what
a
is
6.
plus
It's 13. You got it.
Oh,
Plus
nice.
another 6.
19.
Oof.
Good job, babe.
Did I kill him?
No.
Did you get him? Oh. Am I close?
He's got me close.
Okay.
Wait.
Sorry, it's being late, guys.
It's a school night.
Opal,
It
it's
is.
your
We're in college. And adults.
It's a work day tomorrow for me.
To work day.
Yeah.
It's 12, but many other things to do.
I wish we could keep going. I'm really tempted to throw another one into here. But I don't think you guys would want to go later.
Alright, so Moss is in trouble.
Yes.
Moses needs a little help.
And with the water breathing scroll, can you help me understand how that works?
It's very much like the spell of water breathing. Like as in exactly.
I didn't look it up, but so can someone else cast it and then cast it on someone, or
The spell grants up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range the ability to breathe underwater until the spell ends. Affected creatures also retain their normal mode of respiration. It lasts for 24 hours.
Sounds.
It'd be an action to use it.
yeah, I can't use it though.
Why?
Yeah. I have level 3 next to it. Does my spellcasting have to be?
So
Scrolls
the way-
work differently.
yeah, scrolls work different. If you were a wizard trying to learn this spell, you wouldn't be able to use it until you had 3rd level spells. But you can burn the spell. Basically, you use up the magic that's contained within it to cast the spell this one time. You will never be able to use this scroll again.
Unless you buy another one.
Unless you buy another one. It's a consumable.
It'd be nice to have, but I'll use it this time. I'll burn it.
Okay.
Alright.
You can all breathe underwater now?
Yes,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, everyone can breathe. Even the trolls, they can
Says
breathe
willing.
underwater.
Oh, well.
They can already
They
breathe
can already breathe
underwater.
underwater.
What's the range on it?
Oh,
30 feet.
I'll get as
Ooh.
close as I can to Moss.
You would take an opportunity attack from the other one to get within range.
Smack me.
I will smack you.
Oh, please don't really.
It misses
Oh, good.
with a 10. I'm rolling bad tonight. That's okay though.
It,
Yeah, this is like the first time in ever that you've ever rolled
It's okay.
below your average of 15.
Anywho,
so that happens.
so Moss, you are able to breathe underwater now. Just so you know,
Yay.
you're not dying. Per se.
Good call.
Yeah, that's
That's my action.
So we can all
Mm-hmm.
breathe water.
everyone can breathe underwater.
Cool.
Right. Oh, it's too, but she knows it's a dumb idea and probably wouldn't. Go in the water and it's raining. But
So you took your action.
I have another one.
Another one.
2 actions.
Two
You have
attacks.
two attacks.
Actions are different than attacks.
Yeah,
Let me rewrite that.
there's a big difference between that
So you can take the attack action
and have 2 attacks.
and have 2 attacks, or you can take an action.
Alright. Well, I did my action.
Yes.
Alright. Now Opal will sit and chill.
Perfect. It's a great thing to do. Baron, it is your turn.
Yeah, so with Moss being the furthest one away from me, knowing I have to go through the water, is there a way around that I could get further and possibly jump?
No, your farthest way into the water is the kind
Is
of
the
dock.
direct
Kind of
way?
itself. Correct.
Then
Um,
that's what I'll do.
Yeah, you are sitting about 40 feet away from where
Moss is up.
Moss is at.
Okay.
And And it technically would have moved farther. That was my bad. I didn't roll it that way though. So Moss is within 40 feet of where you're at now. So 30 feet from the end. It could have moved 60 feet on its turn, but actually it took it.
40 feet, man. Okay. And there's sort of like a dock, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a little bit out.
If
That-
I
30 feet from the end of the dock. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Kind of. You'll help me understand what I say when I'm going to do this. So, if I want to reach Moss, can I dash? And when I hit the dock, could I try to, like, jump to get a little bit of, like, 5 feet closer than what I would typically be able to?
Jumping is such a weird action.
It is such a weird thing.
This is what it says. Move 10 feet plus and jump a number of feet up to your strength score. Then you make a standing...
You're doing a long jump.
Yeah, I'm reading the long
Okay.
jump right now. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance. So you move 10 plus feet, you have, because that's how far the end of this is. You can jump up to a number of feet equal to your strength score. So you'll get 5 extra movement from it.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah.
So that should get me within range of...
So that's 10, 15. You'll be right next to, and then you're still dashing with 45 feet of movement, halved.
I don't have 45 feet of movement.
You've moved up
Oh.
dash, so
Yeah.
you've used 40. You've used 15 of your 60, and it is 25 feet away from you. You would be half of 45. It would be 20, 25. Do you round up or down for movement speed?
Do you want me to roll for it? Will you let me?
Sure, let's roll for
Okay.
it. Do an athletics check to see if your jump rounds up to 10 feet.
No way to do it.
That's gonna be 14.
14? I'll count it. Yeah, you get within 5 feet of it.
Great. That's all I need. I could have been within 10 feet actually, because of my whip. But yeah, that's all I'll do. I'll get right up close to it, and I will action surge, and I
Okay.
will just take 3 attacks.
Awesome.
2 with my whip and 1 with my offhand. I'm at disadvantage with all these, right? Because I'm still poisoned. Or did that Constitution saving throw that I made, did that end the poison thing as well? I just need to double check it because it will.
I do not think you're poisoned. No.
Not anymore.
No.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I don't think you're poisoned anymore.
Okay, that's all I need to know. That's gonna be 18 to hit on my first attack.
That'll hit.
Okay, I'm gonna do a disarming attack on it.
Sure. Disarm Moss.
I will disarm the little thing to disarm. That's gonna be 14 points of damage.
How would you like to kill this?
Yeah.
It was at 6 hit points left. Just so you know, I was like,
There's-
if Moss's thing works, it would most likely kill it.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, can I have whipped the like? This is the one that has the spear in it. Can I whip the spear, and as it's like coming down to make another attack, I like lean in underneath and get underneath up under
like,
its
you pull up
carapace. Like yeah, whip it out and then get it and spin it and do like a
yeah,
up
yeah.
jab.
You jump out. You can feel it kind of get between 2 plates of carapace, and it goes, and you can feel it like sickeningly give way, and then like push like farther in as it gets into that soft flesh underneath, and just slides in. And it starts to kind of spasm. The claw goes limp, and Moss goes floats into the water. He's like head down into the water. You know that he can breathe in it. It's fine, but
He's fine. And there's the other one, right?
The other one is back at the dock.
Oh, way back at the dock? How far away is that from me?
That is
30 feet?
30. Yeah, it's like on the side of the dock, so about 35 feet.
Okay. What's a dagger's range?
I think 20 is.
I think it'd be a disadvantage. I
Yeah.
think it has 60 feet.
Though, because Adelaide hit it with a guy and bolt. Your first attack will be straight because it has advantage.
Oh, well, I'm going to do my first attack with that javelin that I just grabbed.
Sure.
And
Yeah, you
this will be my
definitely-
second attack, and then my offhand with my dagger.
The javelin I don't think will be a disadvantage within that range.
Yeah, it won't be. And is it grabbing anyone or holding anyone?
No.
That's going to be, is javelin strength? Sorry, I don't know. Okay, that's going to be a 15 to hit.
15 will miss.
Okay. So there goes
Did you
that.
roll with advantage?
No.
You should because it.
Is it not underwater?
No, it's not. It's up and it has guiding bolt on it, and you're within range of your javelin.
That hits. So that's going to be a 17, unnatural 20 or dirty 20.
That what?
And I'm going to fuel that with a trip attack.
Sure.
And I believe that's a D6, right?
A D6
Javelin.
is a javelin. Yeah, javelin's a D6.
That's going to be 11 points of damage,
11 points of damage.
and it needs to make a strength saving throw or fall, if it can be tripped. I don't know if it can.
It rolled a nat 1 again.
Okay, so it trips, and I'm going to follow up with my last attack at disadvantage with the dagger. Those will all miss. As I chuck my dagger, and it gets lost in the water somewhere.
Okay, awesome. Quick question for Moss.
Yeah.
Moss, are you going to count Baron as being attacked at the end of its turn in your, or no, it's the start of his turn, by your spore haze?
No.
I
So,
just wanted to joke about that.
well, Nah. Moss is not in a good position to kill Baron right now.
No. Fair enough. But you know who is in a good position to kill something? Alaya. Alaya, it's your turn.
It's my turn?
Yes.
Well, I guess I will finish it off then. Does a 23 hit?
23 will definitely hit.
Cool. So I'm going to do 6, 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 10 is 26 points of damage.
How would you like to do this?
Well, give me un segundo. Let me figure out.
We're on the beach.
This will be lightning damage. I think lightning damage will be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, basically she's gonna cast Chaos Bolt and
So I would say you're within 5 feet of it. You'd probably have disadvantage on that attack roll.
oh, I can roll with disadvantage if you would like.
Back up.
Yeah, you would take an opportunity attack though. But I'm just saying these are things that we should. I just want you to check for me.
Yeah, no problem. It's 18 plus 7.
Yeah, I'll still hit.
Cool.
You're good. Just wanted to make sure.
You're Gucci, dude. So yeah, it's gonna be lightning damage, and then it's just Eli's gonna cast it, and it's just gonna blow a hole through his chest.
You send out this charged ball of lightning rolling from your hand as it hits it right in the chest. You see it, and you see the carapace itself kind of grow and expand and like retract. And you see a lot of the flesh on the inside like eviscerate itself, leaving that hole and the mission shape and form around that hole of the body. The carapace still keeps it in the kind of relative same shape, but it's a little more goopy. It falls into the water dead. And with that, we are out of combat.
Yay!
There might have been a couple more in this area, but for brevity of time, if you were to face one or two of them, I feel like you guys, I think there's only like one more in my mind.
I mean, we can
Here?
take care of it at the beginning of next time.
Now we'll jump into Ren stuff next time.
We got to get Mr. Wakeen.
Yes. I think Wakeen will be kind of just there. Do you guys want to roleplay that part
I
out?
think that would be fun to roleplay that out.
Okay, we can start off next session with you guys return to Wakeen.
Yes.
Don't forget that you can breathe underwater. Well, that's all we had tonight, so we'll
Dungeon.
next Monday.
Dungeon.
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 Dungeon.